Category of drought, you're right, and this is the best that we can hope for. A storm moving through California. Look at the bright white clouds, the higher level clouds, the deeper moisture up here in the purple. And notice some scattered showers in behind the front. Those are the thunder showers you're seeing. You might even see one around San Francisco here the next couple of hours with small hail. That's not out of the realm of possibility here either. And then Monterey Bay southward toward Paso Robles and maybe even Sacramento, where we had almost a ½ inch of rain today. Look at this next storm. Yeah, this will drift north and be picked up by the jet stream way up in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. And that, along with the one in California, are going to have an impact on our weather this week. Here's how it's going to shake out. Another beautiful day in the middle of the country. Look at Denver at 72, Chicago at 71, New York City at 71. Wow, that's great. Clouds, however, with some rain possible, Columbia to Jacksonville tomorrow and Wednesday as a front just kind of falls apart. So it'll be warmer again in Chicago than it will be in Atlanta. Then we say goodbye to warm here in Denver because that California storm, or the western storm that's lined up right here, will be lined up right here on Wednesday. We're going to cool down in Denver fast, and there could even be some frozen precipitation there on Thursday. Rain and thunder showers move into the middle of the country. Mississippi River Valley race eastward. Are we going to have a wipeout of a weekend here in New York City and Philly? Probably not. This is going to be moving very fast. And then finally, the upper low near Hawaii is going to have an impact on your weather in Seattle and Portland Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Hey, we're going to check on a cyclone in the Indian Ocean right after this.
Grilled chicken and Bush's baked beans.
Mom totally forgot to give us vegetables.
I know, it's awesome.
Booyah.
Bluita.
Bush's baked beans, slow cooked according to our secret family recipe with a hint of sweetness. They're the vegetable kids love.
They're totally eating their vegetables. Booyah.
Blow it up. Bush's baked beans, the veggie kids love. Try our newest flavor, Asian barbecue. Available for a limited time only.
After 50 years of designing cars for crash survival, Subaru has developed our most revolutionary feature yet. A car that can see trouble and stop itself to avoid it. When the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety tested front crash prevention, nobody beat Subaru models with eyesight. Not Honda, not Ford, or any other brand. Subaru Eyesight, an extra set of eyes every time you drive.
How to make an awesome weather science show. Take 3 scientists.
That's us.
The scientists.
Yeah.
They know that. Add the forces of nature.
That's hot stuff.
Mix in some crazy experiments.
Lit my hand on fire.
Why?
Because it's science.
Oh, that is so cool.
And then...
Go! Who said science isn't fun?
3 scientists walk into a bar. Bottoms Up Sunday nights at 10 on the Weather Channel. And join the community now on Facebook.com/3scientists.
Currently in our area, 57 degrees under fair skies. Tonight, cloudy intervals, low 49. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny skies. High 70. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday night, a mostly clear sky. Low 51. Winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The more you learn about your insurance, the more gaps you may find. Like how you think you have coverage for this when you only have coverage for this. That's not homework. Talk to farmers and see what gaps could be hiding in your coverage.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Come to Boston Market for a full menu of meals featuring our fresh, never frozen rotisserie chicken starting at $6.99. And this holiday season, spend more time with family and friends. Let the holiday experts do the cooking. Boston Market, all good.
If you have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, isn't it time to let the real you shine through? Introducing Otezla, a Premolast. Otezla is not an injection or a cream. It's a pill that treats plaque psoriasis differently. Some people who took Otezla saw 75% clearer skin after 4 months. And Otezla's prescribing information has no requirement for routine lab monitoring. Don't take Otezla if you are allergic to any of its ingredients. Otezla may increase the risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts, or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Side effects may include diarrhea, nausea, upper respiratory tract infection, and headache. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Ask your doctor about Otezla today. Otezla. Show more of you.
Hi, I'm Heather Cox on location with the famous Big Idaho Potato Truck.
Our truck?
It's touring across America telling people about Idaho potatoes.
Let's go, boys!
Again this year, the Big Idaho Potato Truck is traveling the country, spreading the word about heart-healthy Idaho potatoes and making donations to local charities.
Excuse me, miss. Have you seen our truck?
You just missed it.
Oh, man. Are you kidding me?
Somewhere in the Caribbean, there are 5-star luxury resorts where every day is unscripted, where the warmth of the islands can fill your soul, where martinis are stirred, dance floors are shaken, and your taste buds can travel the world. Sandals, the world's only luxury-included resorts, where love is all you need because everything else is included. Save up to 65%. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
Not all bundles are created equally, you know. There are true bundles like what Suddenlink offers. All your services from one company working together and saving you money. Then there are fake bundles from the phone company where they resell TV from those satellite guys. So why be Dish appointed when you can have one call, one connection, one bill? Just saying.
Get 50 meg high-speed internet for $35 a month when you bundle.
Geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
Major flooding happening around the world. We start in southern Portugal, where flash floods struck around lunchtime on Sunday. This is water rushing through the resort town of Albufeira. There's damage to homes near the downtown area, along with severe damage to roads and rail lines from the power of that rushing water. You can see some of that there. Wow. Next stop, Italy, where heavy rain led to flooding in the southern Italian region of Calabria on Sunday. The cleanup continued into today. Of course, now it is well into the night. The water swept away a train track, also part of a road, and it caused mudslide that buried a highway. Now we want to go to the Middle East, where tropical cyclone Chapala is bearing down on Yemen. This video shot yesterday on an island off the coast in the Arabian Sea. Look at that water. Winds measured at 100 miles an hour. Chapala was one of the strongest tropical cyclones on record in the Arabian Sea. A storm of this strength reaching this part of the world, well, it's quite unprecedented, and no wonder as to why it's the main item of interest today in our tropical update. I mean, Dave, this is unheard of. This part of the country or part of the world doesn't usually get rain.
Right, let alone a Category 3,
right.
What would be a hurricane here.
Absolutely.
But it's the flash flooding. What you're looking at right now, that's the #1 threat from Chapala. Here we are. This is the Indian Ocean back here. India's back here. Iran is up there. This is Saudi Arabia, and this is the African continent right here. The Arabian Sea is where Chapala came from, and it has moved toward the west. And obviously, we saw that video from one of these islands here. This, we've lost sight of the eye. So it's probably weakened from 105 miles an hour, but the big story is the rain here. And I want you to notice something. In addition to the central dense overcast, where the strongest winds are and the heaviest rain can be, out here in some of these feeder bands, and even here in Somalia, look how long it's been raining there, huh? So we could have reports, maybe even some video from Somalia, a whole different continent, by tomorrow. So there could be heavy rain here, but this is the track moving into mountainous and desert terrain, flash flooding, the #1 threat. Close to the United States, nothing happening. We'll keep an eye on the southwestern Gulf and also off the Mexican coast in the Pacific. That's a look at the tropics. Back to you, Alex.
Well, now to extraordinary images from a desperate rescue effort of a humpback whale off the coast of California. NBC's Blake McCoy explains why rescues like this are happening more and more.
In the waters off Southern California, whale watching turned into whale rescue when this humpback was spotted in distress. Entangled in fishing line, some inside its mouth, the rest wrapped around its body.
Based on what this looks like, it's been a while. You know, that he had it, just nobody saw it probably until he got to the Channel Islands.
The whale was first spotted Wednesday, dragging a trail of crab fishing line. 2 days later, spotted again more than 100 miles south, where a first rescue attempt ran into trouble. The whale became agitated and dove to deeper waters. On Saturday, a crew from SeaWorld also joined the effort, getting their boat right up behind the whale.
It's very, very dangerous. They're so big.
Turning off the engine, letting the whale tow them along as they cut away at the remaining line.
As much as it's dangerous and kind of scary, it is exciting and exhilarating. And at the end of the day, it's a really good feeling to know that we're able to help these guys.
Entanglements like this average about a dozen per year. This year, there have been 4 times as many.
We are at or near 50, and to be honest, I've been so busy with the actual entanglements, I haven't been able to keep up with the records.
Something marine experts attribute to El Nino, warmer waters bringing the whales closer to shore, where there's been an increase in fishing activity. For this whale, cautious optimism. Most, but not all of the line has been cut free. As it continues to migrate south, hope that this whale has been given a fighting chance.
There you go.
Blake McCoy, NBC News, Los Angeles.
You know, I can see, I think the best comes out in we humans when we're trying to save a whale.
Something in trouble. You know, I think a lot of people just want to help each other, whether it's a member of the animal kingdom or just a fellow human being.
Yeah.
Love stories like that. Now, wish we didn't have the reason for all the stories like that, but something to think about as you head to those beaches.
And something else to think about, Weather Underground next.
Currently in our area, 56 degrees under fair skies. Tonight, cloudy intervals, low 49. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Tuesday night, a mostly clear sky, low 51. Winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
You made it through the weekend. It is Monday, and welcome into Weather Underground. I'm Mike Bettis, and let's get right to it and show you what is on tap tonight. Here's what we're serving. Dark and stormy, train of thought, and look to the west. All right, let's get to it. The sun is setting, but the rain and storm's still going to be an overnight problem. We're going to look at how much rain will fall and for how long. Also, train of thought, I'll look at why the flooding has been so bad in recent days. We explain the weather pattern known as training and why it's bad news for places that are still recovering. And look to the west. There's rain and even snow in some places, and that's just the beginning. A look at where the system is headed next and how the violent storms could now roll into places like the Ohio Valley. But first, we say hello Monday to our expert weather producer and storm specialist, Sarah Dillingham. Now, as complicated as the pattern was last week, it's getting a little simpler, but doesn't mean that the impacts aren't just as nasty in the southeast today.
Right, yeah. I mean, really the south, much of the eastern U.S. has been dealing with some sort of unsettled, messy weather for the last week or so, and certainly Texas and the Gulf Coast and southeast, they have certainly gotten the brunt of it.
The torrential rain today has been ridiculous. A lot of record-setting rain in the south today.
Yes, a lot of record-setting rain, and actually woke us up this morning. You know, it's like we're talking to everybody around the office, and everybody was awakened by the heavy rain showers. So let's take a look at this video, Mike, that we saw earlier this morning. This was in Atlanta, where you can see this is the swollen Peachtree Creek, and this is part of the same system that brought flooding to Texas and Louisiana off the coast. I mean, you can see this car here obviously stranded. I don't know if they've tried to cross this highway, considering they're the only person out there. They probably did try to cross this roadway, which is why we tell you to turn around and don't drown. Now, we did have one Weather Underground station near Bobby Dodd Stadium. This is in downtown Atlanta. It already picked up nearly 3 inches of rain in just the last 24 hours. Now, the rain has started to move out. As we take a look at our Weather Underground storm map, you can kind of see there here in the Atlanta area, we're starting to get there on the backside. But look at all of this. You can kind of see everything coming together here. You got moisture from the Gulf. You got these winds coming in from the north and east as that air flows around that ridge of high pressure. So we're going to be watching this rain continue to push off to the east Atlanta area. The heaviest rain is finally moving out of the area for you. So hopefully this evening commute is not as abysmal as the morning commute was.
Rough for a lot of people this morning.
I was hearing a lot of 2-hour
No question
delays.
about that. Any place where you've got a little dip, any kind of low-lying area, it's full of water, and people are just stuck, unfortunately. We still have some very active weather this evening, unfortunately, including a tornado watch. It does include central and south Georgia. This goes for another hour here, so just be aware there are some pretty strong storms here that have the possibility of producing tornadoes. Just keep it in mind. We've had a handful of tornadoes reported today across the country. All right, notice here where the storms are. The most violent storms are, say, Georgia, right along maybe the South Carolina-Georgia state line, back down into the panhandle of Florida. We do have one area here where we do have one severe thunderstorm warning. We'll zoom in on that and bring you the details. Severe thunderstorm warning for us here just south of Statesboro, by the way. So obviously we've got some issues with the possibility of some hail here, the possibility of some winds as well. So say Vidalia over towards Statesboro, right along Interstate 16. Heads up here. We're going to have some action here that may be really difficult to navigate. So maybe even just north of Claxton. Heads up here on what could be coming your way. But again, it's all part of a larger system here with storms to go all the way back down toward the Tallahassee area. Zooming in on some of those storms. Just now, another band about to come into Tallahassee right along I-10. So again, heads up. The possibility you may see some pea-sized hail in these storms, but torrential downpours are almost a certainty at this point. That's a look at the radar. What's going on here? What's causing everything? Where does it go tomorrow? Same complex with the low exiting, the cold front now pushing east, but that cold front will really end up being the trigger for a lot of our storms with the warm, moist flow into it, cool flow on the backside. So in this convergence areas where we have a lot of the focus of the storms tomorrow, likely right along the beaches here, and back down through North Florida once again. For a place like Charlotte, North Carolina, we've had a lot of rain today, maybe impactful, by the way, for Monday Night Football tonight. Look at the forecast here. A lot of rain in the forecast. We'll probably see this go right through tomorrow morning. May not even be dry until tomorrow, maybe around lunchtime or so. So we've got the clouds and the rain still to go here. Here's a look, by the way, at what the future modeling predicts. This is the RPM future forecast, and you can see as we go through tonight, a lot of these areas like Charleston, Myrtle Beach, up toward Wilmington. These are all locations through the morning that'll end up getting some rain. And again, we'll still see some storms back where that tornado watch was, even through tomorrow morning. So just a heads up on what could be coming your way as we go through tomorrow. But again, that tornado watch right in this area here, what it's going to mean is for many of you, especially, by the way, for those of you that are just getting home from work, pay attention to the forecast very, very closely, but also the possibility of flooding as well. Over the next 24 hours, Charleston really kind of a bullseye on us for some very heavy rain, maybe as much as 3 to 5 inches of rain. I-26 toward Charleston, maybe Waterboro as well. These are areas where high water could become a factor. So a couple of things to watch tonight. Tornado threat that probably goes for at least another hour. I wouldn't completely rule it out, even if they don't extend a tornado watch, but the rain, especially overnight, becomes very dangerous.
Yeah, and too, when we start seeing accumulations at all in South Carolina, I think everybody kind of gets a little nervous because of what they've already seen.
Considering where we've been when we had the epic flooding event there, earlier this month. So.
Right. All right. Well, speaking of South Carolina, let's take a look at some of the flooding reports that we've already had there from the the rainfall that we've gotten today. You can see that stream of moisture still pretty much right along that front, as Mike was just talking about. But let's take a little bit of a closer look here into northern parts of South Carolina, and also including the Charlotte area, where, as we were talking about, the Panthers are about to kick off here later tonight. So you can see that rain that's moved through over the last 6 hours. Let's take a look at some of the rainfall totals that we've seen today. Near Rock Hill, South Carolina, about 1.5 inches of rain. Near Greenville, about 1 inch, and 1.7 in between there. So you can certainly see this is a little bit more localized than it has been in other events, but nevertheless, we still have some flooding reports, and we're going to query one of these now just near the Rock Hill area, and this has to deal with the river gauge. Wildcat Creek has been rising and is reached into flood stage again, so those river flooding issues are probably what we're still going to deal with in parts of South Carolina. And also Charlotte and University City Boulevard from IKEA had some streets closed due to flooding there. So Mike, we've seen a lot of flooding over really across much of the country. It seems to be the year of the flood.
It really does.
And one factor that matters is the training of storms, and that's what you guys are going to talk about
That's
next.
right. So everything can be slow moving, that's for sure. Storm specialist Carl Parker is with us as well, and this impact of rain happening same places over and over becomes an issue.
Yeah, so you've got these conveyor belts that are feeding into a storm system, and the whole thing is not moving very quickly, so you're getting development of storms in the same area, and then they run up with the mean layer flow, and then they continue to generate and run up across the same areas, just like boxcars in a train, which is why it's called training. And so we're going to talk about this phenomenon and also a few of the things that went into last week's flooding. There's a lot going on globally right now as well.
Looking forward to it, Carl. Thank you very much. Hey, stick around. We got a lot more to come tonight. So we're going to head up to the lab next to show you exactly how rain falls over one area and where the term training comes from. It's a great weather lesson you've got to stick around for. We're going to take you up to the lab. In the meantime, if you got any questions, comments, concerns about the show tonight, we'd love to hear from you. You can always find us using the Twitter hashtag Weather Underground. We'll be right back. Carl, wait for me.
This is mineral buildup. It collects, leaving gross, germ-ridden stains. Clorox Toilet Bowl Cleaner with bleach is no match for that. But Lysol Power Toilet Bowl Cleaner eliminates mineral buildup effortlessly and kills 99.9% of germs. To get your toilet truly clean, why choose anything other than the power of Lysol? And to keep it that way for up to 4 weeks, try Lysol Automatic Toilet Bowl Cleaner.
Come to Boston Market for a full menu of meals featuring our fresh, never frozen rotisserie chicken starting at $6.99. And this holiday season, spend more time with family and friends. Let the holiday experts do the cooking. Boston Market, all good.
The wonder of a credit card may help you out right now. Your family wants a nice Christmas, but you are no cash cow. Spend that amount and find yourself with a little credit burst. $35 in credit reimbursed. Just open one first for a credit card right in your little purse.
No, this is a satchel. It's like fashion forward type thing.
It's a purse.
Open a Walmart credit card account today and save $35 when you spend $75. Our best offer ever.
All we need to sell Strongbow Hard Cider is ice. Oh, and an award for best tasting hard cider. You're in our shot.
No, I'm not.
Strongbow.
The more you learn about your insurance, the more gaps you may find. Like how you think you have coverage for this when you only have coverage for this. That's not homework. Talk to farmers and see what gaps could be hiding in your coverage.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Tonight we come to let loose. Tonight we come to dance. They try to put us in a box. They try to categorize us the same. We gotta dress like this. We gotta talk like that. But we say no more. Tonight we change things.
Freedom. With Crizal No Glare lenses, neither scratch, nor smudge, nor glare of night can keep you from the clearest vision possible. Plus, Crizal gives you the most comprehensive UV protection. Crizal No Glare lenses. Live life in the clear.
Coming soon, the journey to greatness begins again.
Al always takes on these larger-than-life challenges.
One weatherman, and just 1 week to bring you the weather from all 50 states.
That's half. Nice goat.
Rokerthon 2, taking America by storm, starts Friday in theaters nowhere.
We're geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
Welcome back, everyone, to Weather Underground. Water, not just at the sides and entrances of buildings in Atlanta, but guess where else?
You'll be shut
inside them as well. Businesses and homes mopping up after record rainfall today. We had an old rainfall record, by the way, of 1 3/4 inch that fell on this date back in 2004. Now, 11 years later, today, 2.62 in the tipping bucket. And you can see here the gyms are unfortunately swamped. Rain caused a lot of problems this morning, a lot of problems across the South. But one of the reasons is training of storms. Maybe you're familiar, maybe you're not familiar with the term. Storm specialist Carl Parker here to help us understand.
Yeah, we wanted to look back at what happened in Texas late last week, and we want to begin with the premise that all of these flows in the atmosphere were not moving along very quickly. They were only very slowly changing and moving east. So we had pretty much the same thing for a lot of the morning on Friday morning, which is why we saw all that flooding. So you've got low-level moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico right there. That's that low-level feed of very rich tropical air coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. There was a boundary in place, a warm front sitting right across the central part of Texas, and then low-level winds coming in right here at about 5,000 feet up. Very strong low-level winds coming right into that boundary and then being lifted by that boundary. So there's our forcing right there. That's our lifting mechanism.
Lift up and over that front.
Exactly, right in there. And then we had a 500 millibar flow, which is to say the mid-level flow at about 18,000 feet, coming out of the southwest. And that was a very moist flow as well. So all of these flows were moist. Sometimes you get drier air coming into the mid-levels. And so when a thunderstorm builds up, it begins to take in that dry air and then it collapses. We get very strong downdrafts. We see that in the southwest all the time. In this case, all the flows were moist. And so it was just all about heavy rain. And right where you've got that lifting mechanism right there, that's where we started to see the development of storms, and then they become larger, and then they move away, producing heavy rain all along with that deep layer flow, which is coming out of the southwest. So what's happening is you're getting continuous regeneration right in that area. Even as these storms are moving out, they're continuously regenerating right where that boundary is and right where that low-level flow is coming in. And that's not really changing very much, and that's why we saw so much heavy rain near Austin last Friday morning.
All right, so they blow up and they move, then one blows up behind it and moves, and so they happen over the same place over and over again, like you had mentioned, kind of train cars on a train track.
Just like boxcars in a train, exactly right. So here it is. The definition of training is rain moving repeatedly over the same area, associated with thunderstorms, and often results in flash flooding. That's exactly what we saw. Now, there's some other things that went into this as well, and I wanted to show you, and I touched on this last week, but I wanted to show you some of the data here. So looking back, going back to that day, October 30th, here's a look at sea surface temperature anomalies, and you can see very clearly that it's quite warm across a lot of the eastern Pacific relative to average, and then really, really warm right along the equator there. That is El Nino. That's what we call El Nino, that warming of the equatorial waters of the central and eastern Pacific.
All right.
So with all that warm water being in place, that is putting warmth and moisture into the atmosphere. And so here is a look at the precipitable water anomalies. So this is where we're seeing a lot more moisture in the atmosphere as compared to average. Right over El Nino and across a lot of the eastern Pacific, there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. And so as we get a storm coming across South Texas, which we did right in here, it tapped into that moisture. So it's not just low-level moisture coming from the Gulf of Mexico. It was also mid-level moisture coming in from the Pacific as well, where we're getting it from all sides there.
All right. And in this particular graphic, by the way, shows heavier precipitation events have really trended upwards in the last couple of decades.
On the increase, for sure.
All right, Carl, thank you very much. Hey, you have a question about this, about training? You can use the hashtag WUTV. Carl's going to answer your questions live here on the show tonight. Also, parts of the South and Southeast have had an incredible wet fall so far this season. What's causing this record rainfall? When will it let up? We're going to break it down for you next, right here on Weather Underground.
Happy, happy, happy for you.
Intel's best processor is here, which gives new PCs 3 times the battery life, so you never have to stop watching.
Thanks.
Happy, happy, happy for you and me. Happy, happy, happy for all to see. La 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 la. Whee! One more time.
Introducing Intel's new 6th generation core processor with 3 times the battery life. It's our best processor ever. You can check on them. You can worry about them. You can even choose a car for them.
Honey, are you okay? I'm okay.
Love.
We're okay.
It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Come to Boston Market for a full menu of meals featuring our fresh, never frozen rotisserie chicken starting at $6.99. And this holiday season, spend more time with family and friends. Let the holiday experts do the cooking. Boston Market, all good.
With our totally unique and incredibly successful approach, chances are that behind every great relationship, there's eHarmony.com. Stop waiting. Start communicating for free today.
You drop 40 grand on a new set of wheels, then wham, a minivan T-bones you. Guess what? Your insurance company will only give you $37,000 to replace it. Depreciation, they claim. How can my car depreciate before its first oil change, you ask? Maybe the better question is, why do you have that insurance company?
With Liberty Mutual New Car Replacement, we'll replace the full value of your car. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Mike Bettis. That's Sarah. Hi. Welcome to the set of a brand new show, Weather Underground. There'll be experts, bloggers, the smartest weather minds in the business on every screen you have 24 hours a day. Geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6.
Feel secure in your dentures. Feel free to be yourself all day. Just switch from denture paste to Seabond Denture Adhesive Seals. Hold stronger than the leading paste all day without the ooze. Feel secure. Be yourself with stronger, clean Seabond.
Skin's ability to retain moisture and elasticity weakens over time, so skin looks older. Gold Bond Strength and Resilience. Plumping moisturizers and proteins leave skin more resilient, youthful. 84% saw improvement in 5 days. Gold Bond Strength and Resilience.
The Calfee family continues to provide funeral services for the residents of Beckley and Raleigh County. Since 1900, Calfee Funeral Home has thoughtfully handled every detail and planned services that honor individuals' style and customs. Simple or elaborate, we'll help you create a meaningful ceremony to celebrate the life and memory of a loved one. For information on pre-planning, cremation, or at-need services, please call Calfee Funeral Home today, 304-253-8381.
Thursdays on the Weather Channel. When nature is this dangerous, only one question matters. Oh my God! So you think you'd survive? Thursdays at 10, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 56 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, cloudy intervals, low 49. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny skies. High 70. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday night, a mostly clear sky. Low 51. Winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, Texas has spent much of the year under drought conditions, but the state has been inundated twice in October alone with extreme rain. This is what downtown Houston looked like October 25th after Hurricane Patricia's remnants with another system then combined to trigger flash flooding. impressive to say the least. Well, the start of November now bringing more of the same to the south. We are joined this evening by Carl Parker, Sarah Dillingham, as well, by the way, as Weather Underground meteorologist Bob Henson. Bob, we've been looking at some of these stats. I mean, impressive. Some of the biggest October rains we've ever seen. As far as this pattern goes, what, in your mind, is the trigger behind the pattern?
Boy, good question. No, you'd have to say the ammunition would be the incredibly high moisture values. You know, some of the richest, juiciest atmosphere we've ever seen in late October, early November across the south. Trigger, you know, I guess both the upper level systems moving across on the fronts and, you know, kind of lurking behind all that is El Nino. Although I think we're still just starting to see the influence of El Nino, but I think it will kick in the next maybe several weeks.
Okay, so basically, and then we were having this conversation today whether or not we thought this southern activity with all the moisture was actually able to be contributed to El Nino at all, but you're saying not quite yet.
You know, in my opinion, you know, perhaps the richness of the moisture is related to the larger scale things going on in the tropics and subtropics. That's kind of where I would put the El Nino fingerprints. But the upper level features, you know, the subtropical jet stream really hasn't established in a solid way yet. But you can sure see hints of it coming up. And, you know, the strength of the system coming into California is a really strong sign, I think, of what's to come. I mean, it's really barreling into the state, and they're getting some good rains out there.
Yeah, Bob, you know, I wanted to ask you about that because we keep seeing these storms in the Gulf of Alaska. It's starting to look, you know, it's been actually looking like this for a while, looking very different as compared to years past. And so you think, well, maybe there's something going on there. And yet, when you look at, for example, the European weeklies, it keeps showing these height anomalies across the North Pacific. And you have to wonder if there are other things that are superimposed on this. And one of the questions I would ask is warming going to make this a different experience relative to what happened in 98 and 97?
Boy, fantastic question. It's something I've been thinking about a lot, too, because you still have really warm waters, especially off the California coast all the way to Hawaii, this area that's been called Son of Blob. The area that was originally called the Blob is being eroded a bit by some of the storms in the Gulf of Alaska. But it sure looks as if, you know, there's trying to be a ridge out there, but it's competing with the influence of what's probably El Nino starting to show its hand with the troughs kind of progressively carving further south. And, you know, there's every signal that will continue, and we will start getting troughs into Southern California. Yep.
Bob, do you think that we're getting ourselves into this locked in, this is what's going to happen because of El Nino? We're almost directly correlating it to what happened in 97, 98, when there are a lot of things that are different this time.
Absolutely. We're in the 21st century now, for one thing. You know, we're only looking really at two substantial El Ninos of this magnitude since 1950, really since modern weather observing began, since the satellite era. So, you know, we really have to be cautious in drawing conclusions for that. But, you know, the dynamics are so strong with El Nino that I think some things, especially, you know, the wetter south, it is pretty confident. And, you know, gosh, we're seeing that, you know, all the way from Texas to Florida. You know, it's off to a rip-roaring start in terms of that. So, you know, we'll see. You know, I think some effects are probably stronger than others, but we'll just have to see how it all unfolds.
All right, Bob Henson joining us live this evening from Boulder, Colorado. We'll see how it unfolds. I think that Pacific blob of heat, man, it's going to have a bigger influence than we think it will.
He's right. It is starting to break down a little bit.
It is. And, you know, it's really interesting because you think about the tremendous release of moisture that's coming from El Nino. So if it does get cooler in higher latitudes, you've got a lot of contrast there. That should make it a lot more active. It should.
We're going to see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
We're all very curious. Hey, coming up, itching to wake up to some brisk fall mornings? You may have to wait a little bit longer. In fact, a lot longer. Country, especially the eastern half, really warms up 25 degrees above average. The forecast next.
Bridgestone is changing the game in tire performance.
So will Arnett can get to the store when he's out of diapers. Well, to be clear, they're not for me. They're for my son. So we should probably go.
We switched Will's tires to Bridgestone's revolutionary Drive Guard tires.
Oh, those look sharp.
It's okay. Our Drive Guard tires are engineered to take a puncture and drive up to 50 miles on a flat, so no side of the road.
Well, that's good because the side of the road is dangerous, especially since we're going commando.
We're?
What commando mean?
Bridgestone, your journey, our passion.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that playing cards with Kenny Rogers gets old pretty fast?
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em.
Know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. What? You get it?
I get the gist, yeah.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Take ZzzQuil and sleep like the kids went to Nana's house for the whole weekend. ZzzQuil, the non-habit-forming sleep aid that helps you sleep easily and wake refreshed, because sleep is a beautiful thing.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
On November 13th.
Next stop.
The one, the only Santa and Santa's brothers, Santa and Mylanta.
There's one comedy that's bringing everyone together.
I want everyone to have the perfect Christmas.
Alan Arkin, John Goodman, Ed Helms,
Yes.
Diane Keaton, Anthony Mackie, Amanda Seyfried, June Squibb, Marissa Tomei, and Olivia Wilde.
No matter what happens, we are family.
Here, here.
Love the Coopers. Rated PG-13.
It's more than the cloud. It's security and flexibility. It's where great ideas and vital data are stored. With CenturyLink, you get advanced technology solutions from a trusted IT partner, including cloud and hosting services, all backed by an industry-leading broadband network and people committed to helping you grow your business. You get a company that's more than just the sum of its parts. CenturyLink, your link to what's next.
This is Brad. His day of coaching begins with knee pain when...
Hey, Brad, want to trade the all-day relief of 2-Aleve for 6 Tylenol?
What's the catch?
There's no catch.
You want me to give up my 2-Aleve for 6 Tylenol? No. For my knee pain, nothing beats my Aleve.
Sean!
Come on, get together.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I'm here on the red carpet where our next arrival is. Whoa! Toenail fungus!
Fight it with Jublia. Jublia is a prescription medicine used to treat toenail fungus. Use Jublia as instructed by your doctor.
Are you getting this?
Most common side effects include ingrown toenail, application site redness, itching, swelling, burning or stinging, blisters, and pain.
Oh, epic moves, Big J!
Fight it!
Getting ready for your close-up? Ask your doctor if Jublia is right for you.
Visit our website for savings on larger size.
The road becomes a mystery in the dark, and our love affair with the journey is lost. But we flood the darkness with brighter, whiter Sylvania headlights, and all mysteries are solved. Sylvania Silver Star Ultra, for everything ahead of you.
All we need to sell Strongbow Hard Cider is ice. Oh, and an award for best tasting hard cider. You're in our shot.
No, I'm not.
Strongbow!
Coming soon, the journey to greatness begins again.
Al always takes on these larger-than-life challenges.
One weatherman, and just 1 week to bring you the weather from all 50 states.
That's half.
Nice goat.
Rokerthon 2, taking America by storm, starts Friday in theaters nowhere.
Closed captioning brought to you by Eggland's Best Eggs.
There's only one egg that just tastes better, with more vitamins and less saturated fat. Only Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Thanks for staying with us right here on Weather Underground. Yep, it is officially November. Sure doesn't feel like it in places like Chicago, right? You're breaking out the coats and sweaters this time of year usually? Well, not this year. Look, a lot of people just thought maybe a long sleeve t-shirt or just t-shirt shorts. Oh my goodness. Get out there on the sailboat in early November? Why not? What's going on with the pattern, folks? Huh? Well, joining us now, storm specialist Carl Parker. These aren't temperatures that we would normally think about when the calendar is November 2nd. But lo and behold, here we are, and it only gets warmer from here.
Yeah, and it can be instructive to think about where we could be at this time of the year. So you look back at the record lows over the next 2 weeks in Chicago, and temperatures have been as low as the lower teens and single numbers over the next 2 weeks in Chicago. So that's what we know can happen.
We've had snow this early before.
Oh, yeah, and we're nowhere near that. that. And the overnight lows are going to be really, really high too. And that has a lot to do with the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. Bob Henson was talking about that a moment ago.
Right.
You got a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. Your temperatures are not going to drop off as much overnight.
I wonder if some folks in the Midwest, in the upper Midwest, might actually turn their air conditioners back on this week. That's nuts to think. Or mow the grass. Like this time of year, we're not thinking about mowing the grass again, but it may keep growing.
Absolutely. I mean, our grass is still growing. I have to get out there now and again. I mean, granted, we're in the southeast, but still,
Like in Chicago, Minneapolis, we're raking leaves. After we rake leaves, we mow the grass once, and that's it.
And then we're done with it. Yeah.
All right. So here's the pattern. That jet stream, oh my goodness, goes all the way up to Hudson Bay.
Really, really far up there. So you've got this profound area of southerly flow. You've got record values of moisture in the atmosphere, warm, humid atmosphere, all the way up there well into Canada. And so here's a look at what's going to happen this week. We think high temperatures up to 20 degrees above average, unseasonably warm across 30 states from the Midwest. And all the way to the Northeast.
It's nuts. It's like laughable that it's this warm.
It's crazy. It's really clear. Unless you happen to not really like winter, maybe this is just fine by you. But here's a look at what the actual values are going to be doing. So tomorrow, we're talking about being around 20 degrees above average in the Twin Cities and in Green Bay. Temperatures in the upper 60s. Golf weather for sure. Up there, I mean, incredible. 71 degrees in Chicago. Tricky forecast there because of the cloud cover. 70 in Des Moines and 72 in Springfield. We're going to find the core of that warmth moving a little farther east on Wednesday. Again, you're talking about 15 to 20 degrees above average, Green Bay and
close
Chicago.
To 80 in St. Louis.
I know, it's amazing.
In November.
Yeah, and then here in the Northeast, we're going to see the same thing. New York getting up to about 69 degrees, in fact, well above the average. The average high in New York is 58 degrees, and here we're going to see temperatures in the lower 70s over the next few days. And then when we look at the upper air pattern going out over the next 10 days, you see there's some cold up there, way up in the higher latitudes, but it's not making it down anytime soon. We're not seeing any sort of profound plunge of cold air.
Little teases, and that's it.
Yes, exactly. Just a little bit of brushes of cold. And, you know, the background here, this is really important, I think. The background of all this is that when you look at globally the warmest years on record, all of which have happened in the last, 10 to 15 years, then you look at 2015 relative to all of those, and it's certainly...
It's literally setting a new standard.
It's going to be the hottest year.
For where we go. All right, Carl, thank you. Let's bring back in Sarah. And by the way, I want to check in with meteorologist Rick Castro joining us live from the National Weather Service office in Chicago. Rick, thanks for being with us. All right, let's talk reality here. Would you ever have imagined you'd be forecasting these kind of numbers in Chicago in early November?
Well, I guess if we go back to March 2012 with 8 consecutive 80-degree days, you can't really be surprised with anything anymore around here. So,
well,
70s in November, it's crazy.
Rick, how unusual is this time of year for Chicago? And kind of give us some perspective on what you guys are thinking there at the Weather Service.
Well, there's a little bit of a tricky forecast here. If we do get some of those clouds that were found down across southern Illinois today, they do make their way up. That could certainly keep things lower. But if they don't make their way up and hold temperatures down, we could potentially reach the lower 70s all the way through Thursday, and that would mean 4 consecutive days. The last time that happened was all the way back in 1978 in Chicago.
Wow, that's incredible. So, I mean, I want to ask, what are people saying in that area? I mean, if you're in the Midwest, you're certainly no stranger to cold weather, and this time of the year, you certainly should be getting them. Are people missing their fall, or are they happy to keep the warm temps around?
I think, being on the pulse of social media, it's kind of split. There's people that are like, no, summer, go away. I want winter cold. We have a fair amount of that. But then there's a lot of people that just enjoy it. And I think for this area, considering how harsh 2013-14 winter and even, last winter as well, I don't think people are really minding some warm weather out of season.
And Rick, what are your thoughts as far as the upcoming winter is concerned? Are you thinking, like a lot of us are, that perhaps we're not going to see these really profound cold plunges for weeks and weeks on end that we've seen so much of in recent years, just because we're not seeing as much of that ridging in Western North America?
Yeah, I think the strength of the El Nino that's ongoing right now, and just going back to strong episodes like what we have, tends to favor warmer than average and drier than normal precipitation as well. Obviously, individual snowstorms can really skew things, but I think it's a decent bet to at least end up on the warmer side of average, with some questions exactly how warm, and do we see any of those patterns that we saw the last 2 winters. It's always a wild card, and there's, we can have a decent idea, but, we'll see what happens, what Mother Nature has in store for us.
Rick, do you know where Chicago is tracking this year as far as, warmest years on record? I know you guys had a pretty cold winter. Do you know where you're tracking right now?
I don't know the exact number. I would say we're probably close to average, if not below, just because this fall has been a change from what we had over basically the previous 2 years in total. We had a lot of colder months after 2012 was so incredibly warm around here. We had a lot of colder months, so it's been a change this fall that we've been seeing warmer than average temperature. So I would imagine things on balance probably end up close to average around here. But then if we stay warm the rest of the through December, maybe we end up a little bit above average for the year. So we'll see how that shakes out.
All right, Rick Castro joining us live from the National Weather Service office in Chicago.
Thanks.
In the meantime, Rick, thanks for being with us. Enjoy the short sleeves weather. It's going to be,
definitely shorts.
It's pretty nice here. He's got shorts. He's going to wear shorts to work probably. Hey, by the way, if you guys have a question, about this topic or anything else, you can always use the hashtag WUTV. We take your questions right here on air. Your comments as well. You live in Chicago. What do you think? You like it? You hate it? Let us know. We're going to get you updated on the current conditions around the country, though, and your forecast with Sarah.
Well, Mike, one place you're used to seeing heat maybe this time of the year, that's in Florida, and the heat was on today. Look at that. I know that number says 79 in Jacksonville right now, but you hit a record high of 88 degrees today. That beats the old record of 87 set back in 2004. And in Waycross, Georgia today, with a 90-degree temperature and a 77-degree dew point, that's sticky. It felt like 103 degrees. This is November 2nd, guys, and it felt like 103 degrees in South Georgia. That's just incredible. So also in South Georgia, with that heat comes the severe weather. With this system moving in, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Candler, Evans, and Tatnall counties until 6:45 local time. So we're going to be watching that closely as we go into the overnight hours. These showers are going to eventually start to push off to the east, but the Carolinas, you're still going to be dealing with this rain at least for the next 12 hours or so. Mike?
All right, Sarah, thank you very much. Well, a place that needs the rain is getting some, the parched southwest. But this rain could bring more flooding and the threat even of mudslides. Oh, who could be driving into severe storms in the southwest in the days to come? And when could they strike? We're going to let you know. And Dave Schwartz hard at work on his chalkboard. He's finding the best weather stats of the day. Time standard, weather not standard. Of course it isn't. Dave, looking forward to your segment. Stick around.
If my hands are dried and cracked, I can't do my job efficiently.
My hands are dry from washing my hands lots of times a day.
O'Keefe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for dry, cracked hands.
O'Keefe's works.
I saw it working for my husband, and I knew I had to try it.
Learn more at O'Keefe'sCompany.com.
O'Keefe's. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands and feet.
To feel this special, you need to eat this special. Start your day with 150 nourishing calories in a bowl of Special K. Eat special, feel special.
With Crizal No Glare lenses, neither scratch, nor smudge, nor glare of night can keep you from the clearest vision possible. Plus, Crizal gives you the most comprehensive UV protection. Crizal No Glare lenses. Live life in the clear.
Come to Boston Market for a full menu of meals featuring our fresh, never frozen rotisserie chicken starting at $6.99. And this holiday season, spend more time with family and friends. Let the holiday experts do the cooking. Boston Market, all good.
Your clever moves won't stop the cold and flu, but disinfecting with Lysol can, because Lysol wipes and spray are approved to kill more types of germs than Clorox, including those that can make you sick. For a healthy home this cold and flu season, Lysol that.
Wow, sweet new Subaru, huh, Mitch? Yep. You're selling the Mitchmobile? Man, we had a lot of good times in this baby. What your dad want for it? Like 150 grand. 200 if they want that tape deck. You're not gonna tell your dad about the time my hamster had babies in the back seat, are you? That's just normal wear and tear, dude.
Subaru has the highest resale value of any brand, according to Kelley Blue Book. And Mitch.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you may find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
It's a profound statement.
But you're not even covered for this.
It's a profound statement.
Or how you may be covered for this, but not for something like this. Talk to farmers and see what gaps could be hiding in your coverage.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
All we need to sell Strongbow Hard Cider is ice. Oh, and an award for best tasting hard cider. You're in our shot.
No, I'm not.
Strongbow!
Yes, we are twins. When I went on to Ancestry, I just put in the name of my parents and my grandparents. And I was getting all these leaves, and I was going back generation after generation. You start to see documents, and you see signatures of people that you've never met. I mean, you don't know these people, but you feel like you do. You get connected to them. I wish that I could get into a time machine and go back 100 years, 200 years, and just meet these people. Being on Ancestry, it just made me feel like I belonged somewhere.
Discover your story. Start searching for free now at Ancestry.com.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, buddy. You hungry? You hungry?
Ooh, you make me live. Whatever this world can give to me. Ooh, you make me live now, honey. Ooh,
You want your turkey too, huh?
Make your best friend's holiday season extra special. Spend $35 and get a $5 holiday bonus bucks coupon.
Making Christmas wishes come true from wherever you are, and having dreams delivered to your door. For some of us, that's all in a day's work. Shop the way you live, love the way you shop, and experience more wonder every day.
Welcome back to Weather Underground. How about these scenes? Snow already coating some of the roads and highways in Northern California. From Donner Summit to Tahoe City, snow has fallen today. And on a stretch of I-80 from King Vale to Donner Lake, drivers need to use chains already. How about that? And this is what it looked like at times today on the way into Reno, Nevada. This was the area's first snowfall of the season. It's granted some drivers there. The ski fans absolutely thrilled. Mount Rose Ski Resort plans to open Wednesday thanks to all the brand new fresh powder that has fallen. And how about the snowplows? It seems like they're ready 24/7, 365 in this part of the world, but man, I feel like it's a little early to see this, but climatologic, it's really not that ahead of schedule here across the West. All right, so Carl Parker's back with us now, talk about these systems moving into the Southwest. Pretty impactful trough is finally digging here, and it really marches its way across the country and impacts a lot of places.
And imagine what the psychological impact of all this weather coming in is. You remember when we had a terrible drought in Atlanta? We went for a long, long time without getting any rain. And I don't know if you felt the same way, but I felt like it was starting to get to me that I wasn't seeing any rain or any snow beyond whatever I had to do, whether it wasn't watering the lawn or whatever else. It was starting to get to me a little bit.
Like, can I just get a little bit of rain? Just a little bit.
Yeah, and so imagine how people in California feel, and now we're getting some rain and some snow, and we've got a lot of hope about this upcoming season. We've got this really good-looking system coming in right now. Look at that visible satellite picture, by the way.
Fantastic.
Is that beautiful?
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. You can see the Strato Q there driving down from the north offshore. Strong northerly winds pressing that. You can also see some gravity waves well out and into the ocean. Then we'll zoom in a little bit, and we're just now beginning to lose a little of the light out there in California, but you can see those taller clouds there in California, and you can see where that heavier precipitation is coming in.
I'm with you on this, though. It seems like a lot of times sunshine affects our psyche, and it makes us happy. In this instance, I really think clouds and rain and snow are making them happy in California.
It's the other way around. Exactly right. Yeah.
Opposite.
And so let's take a look at the radar picture, and you can see here the rain that's coming down into the southern end of the San Joaquin Valley. The snow is still falling there as well. Here is a closer look now. It's going to be probably a pretty lousy rush hour in Los Angeles. Doesn't take much when you haven't had a lot of rain. You got a lot of oil on the roads there. And there's the snow that's coming down in the Sierra, and we've gotten a pretty good bit of it in some spots. Many reports of several inches of snow. We'll zoom in a little bit more for you now. It's still going on in earnest around Lake Tahoe and then a little farther southward as well. And we've got a camera here, and this is the live cam. This is one of the best live cams out there at any of the ski resorts. This is from Squaw Valley. And how happy must you be if you've gone through the last few seasons without getting much of anything? And
you barely see any grass there at all.
Yeah,
so they've gotten a fair amount of snow here, several inches.
Yeah, they said last report they said 7 inches of snow.
Woo, really?
It looks like that. It looks like 7 inches of snow there, and there are going to be spots that get well over a foot of snow by the time it's all said and done. This is so great on so many counts. And here's another photo I want to show you. So Sequoia National Park there, and take a look at the guy. So that's for scale. So some of these trees are as high as 300 feet tall, and they're also incredibly old, 3,000 years old in some cases, and they are being stressed by this drought. So about half of the trees that were recently surveyed had lost as much as half of their foliage.
No way.
And now we're going to get as much as 18 inches of snow in Sequoia National Park. So a big drink on the way for these trees.
So the trees are smiling.
They need it.
Just like the people are smiling, right? All right, so we know we've got some great, useful precipitation in California. Now it moves.
Yes.
Now it's on the march, and it could actually lead potentially to some active weather in other parts of the country.
Absolutely. So you got this big, deep trough across the west right now, and that's going to be coming out. So what we've got here is a representation of the upper level heights, as we say, temperatures in the upper atmosphere, middle part of the atmosphere. And then here in that yellow and red shading, that's the spin in the atmosphere. So that's a proxy for where the energy is, where the action is. And that, as we mentioned, coming through Southern California into Los Angeles. We're going to watch that then move out and come across the Rockies and then move out into the plains. So there's tomorrow, there's Wednesday, there's Thursday. Now, what we're seeing in some of the modeling right now is what we call affectionately a bowling ball right in there. So that feature right there, and I didn't draw that very well, but you can see where it's really concentrated there in New Mexico and Colorado. As that comes out into the plains, it's likely going to have enough energy to produce severe weather, including possibly some tornadoes there in parts of Kansas and Oklahoma and Texas on Thursday. So it could be a fairly active Thursday in this part of the world.
And tapping some of that Gulf moisture as well in just the right spot. All right, Carl, thank you very much. We're going to watch that closely, so march across the country. All right, coming up next, our picture this segment, a very fall look to it. Find out what the reflection in the water can tell us about the conditions in the atmosphere. We're going to break it down next in a very cool way. And right now, talking to you, by the way, on Periscope. You have the Periscope app. Find us right now on the Periscope app. We'll talk to you during the commercial break.
Tonight we come to let loose. Tonight we come to dance. Tonight we change things. Freedom. Freedom.
No. Wait, no. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Intel's best processor is here, so you can take this very real, very terrifying memory and edit it, share it, play it back in amazing 4K quality. That is terrifying.
Introducing Intel's new 6th generation core processor with amazing 4K quality. It's our best processor ever.
How to make an awesome weather science show. Take 3 scientists. That's us. The scientists. And they know that. Add the forces of nature.
That's hot stuff.
Mix in some crazy experiments.
Lit my hand on fire.
Why?
Because it's science.
Oh, that is so cool. And then...
Go! Who said science isn't fun?
3 scientists walk into a bar. Bottoms Up Sunday nights at 10 on the Weather Channel. And join the community now on Facebook.com/3scientists.
Currently in our area, 55 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, cloudy intervals, low 49. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Tuesday night, a mostly clear sky. Low 51. Winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
At night, the road plays games. It runs away and hides. And so we simply end this game of hide and seek with strong, bright Sylvania headlights. Sylvania Silver Star Ultra for everything ahead of you.
Come to Boston Market for a full menu of meals featuring our fresh, never frozen rotisserie chicken starting at $6.99. And this holiday season, spend more time with family and friends. Let the holiday experts do the cooking. Boston Market, all good.
I'll take the check.
And I'll take a fun guy with a killer smile.
Are you on eHarmony?
I can't be. I'm not religious at all.
Are you looking for true love?
Absolutely.
Then you'd be perfect for eHarmony. You know, we've helped over 1 million people get married.
Huh.
We have some killer smiles, too.
You know, eHarmony might be the best tip I've ever gotten.
Oh, yeah, I better take care of that. Stop waiting. Start communicating for free today.
Grilled chicken and Bush's baked beans.
Mom totally forgot to give us vegetables. I know, it's awesome. Booyah. Bluita.
Bush's baked beans, slow cooked according to our secret family recipe with a hint of sweetness. They're the vegetable kids love.
They're totally eating their vegetables. Booyah.
Blow it up. Bush's baked beans, the veggie kids love. Try our newest flavor, Asian barbecue. Available.
I'm Keith Hernandez.
I'm Walt Clyde Frazier.
Hold the show.
That gray beard is a no-go.
In 5 easy minutes, put Just for Men in it.
Here's the kicker, your beard will look thicker.
Guys.
Is it possible for a rich, thick lotion to be non-greasy? Yep.
New Gold Bond Men's Intensive Therapy gives extra dry skin intensive moisturizers and skin strengthening proteins. Skin feels good.
Man up with Gold Bond.
What is your emergency?
My friend is having an allergic reaction. I don't know what to do.
Can you repeat that? Your cell phone is breaking up.
Our address is 2712, just off of Road. Please send right away.
The signal is still breaking up. Can you call back on a landline?
Cell phones weren't meant to be home phones. A landline tells emergency operators your address the instant you call. Keep your family safe for less than 33 cents a day with a home phone line from Suddenlink. Call today or go to suddenlink.com.
We're geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Time to sound off. Your questions, your comments, we always welcome them right here on the show.
Yeah, we're anxious to hear what people have to say on this Monday afternoon. So let's get right to it and see who our first winner is. Lorraine, she says, can training happen with snow?
Well, I guess technically yes, but we don't really call it training snow. We generally we confine that to a rain event, but we see this a lot of times with like lake effect snow events where you're getting just a fire hose of snow. So I guess
essentially, I guess it's the same principle, but we'll usually say a band of snow setting up here. You know, or something like that. But I don't know.
But a good point, Lorraine. Maybe we should actually refer to training. But it's got a little bit of a different process how the two happen. All right, another one for you this evening. This one from Larry. So the training storms caused the energy from Joaquin to stick around for as long as it did here in South Carolina? Actually,
the opposite, right? What? So what's he's asking?
Was training responsible for the rain in South Carolina?
Sorry, I thought he was asking if Joaquin caused that, but no. Yeah, that's what happened essentially. The training of thunderstorms were over the same areas for what, 36 hours?
Right. And it ended up being a historic event in South Carolina because of training. All right, one more for you this evening. This one comes in from Rob. Is California's Pineapple Express an example of a training event? If so, how do they develop? I think you could consider it in some form a training event, because what you're doing is you're narrowly focusing where the moisture is, and if you don't have a large-scale system that moves it, it's going to stay in that same location and keep raining over and over again.
Yeah, basically, I think, you know, like the training of anything is basically just where it's passing over the exact same areas over and over. So by definition, training can apply to a wide range of things, but we typically largely use it just with radar, but can apply to more things.
Appreciate that, Larry. Good question. All right, Ella writes this. Is there a reason why Florida gets a lot of rain? Well, yeah, one of the big reasons is you're surrounded by water.
Yes.
And so you've got moisture sources to tap into, east, west, south. and you're just in a tropical environment.
Right, and the sea breezes that we often talk about. That's the same reason that Florida is the lightning capital of the world, is you get the sea breezes come together in the center of the state typically, and then thunderstorms fire and they kind of move out away.
Not to mention hurricane season, and so there's a lot of reasons that you get a lot of rain. Ella, thank you very much for your questions. Thanks everyone for your questions, and we'll do them again at the end of the show. All right, it's time now, by the way, to picture this. We're going to start our picture this with your pictures.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Halloween 2015. I hope you guys had a great Halloween. I didn't know we had so many meteorologists out there. Fantastic. And a tornado Cantori head coming out of a pumpkin. That was really awesome. And some great fall color, by the way, as well. So thank you all for posting your pictures on Facebook. And it's Picture This Time, where we pick out some of your Facebook photos and pick out the terrific weather within them. We just could not resist this photo that was posted by Mike Bush from Long Island, New York, because there's such great color here and so many different things to pick out, including, by the way, the cumulus clouds, the white puffy clouds here, top of the screen. Did you also notice the stratus clouds just below that? It's that thin layer right there of gray clouds. A lot of times they'll produce some rain, but not on this day, at least not at this particular instance. How about this terrific fall color? Look at this. Phenomenal here, the yellows and the oranges. Calm wind. How do we know it's a calm wind? Well, just look at the water surface here. Pancake flat. You could water ski on this, so we've got no wind to churn up the water, except a little ripple right there. I'm going to say it was from a froggy. And then did you notice here the cloud reflection? If we didn't have that calm wind and that glass flat surface, we wouldn't get the fantastic reflection of the clouds in the water there. Great stuff. Sent to us by Mike Bush. Thank you so much. All right, let's take a live look this evening at Charlotte, North Carolina. You know what we got going on this evening, and it is a nasty evening, by the way. Is this where the Charlotte Knights play? At this baseball stadium? They're not playing football there tonight, are they? No, they aren't. They're playing football, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium, home of the Panthers, but it looks pretty much exactly like that tonight. Here's what it's looked like earlier today, where it was nothing but rain, so we could have a sloppy field tonight for Monday Night Football. So it's the Colts at the Panthers, the undefeated Panthers, by the way. Kickoff is at 8:30. Look at this forecast. At kickoff time, we're likely to have some rain. It's already going to be wet on the field, and then off and on rain throughout the game. So just be ready for this. Take the ponchos with you, and I suspect here that footing could be a little bit of an issue. Wind shouldn't be a factor, but a wet ball may be. I would suspect a little bit more ground game tonight out of both of these teams. All right, well, from Charlotte, we take you northbound into New York City. Good evening to you. Oh, look at the beautiful skyline in New York right now. No haze, no clouds, no fog. Really nice right now in New York, and by the way, your temperatures are going to start zooming up here over the next couple of days. As far as rain goes, none in your forecast tonight. Will we have any in the forecast for the rest of the week? Could be a close call here, but notice this on the radar. Rain up into Canada. Rain is felt well south of you. So again, no real worries for you this evening. You'll have clear skies Boston over to New York. Most of the Midwest anticipating clear skies overnight tonight. You wake up to 53 in Minneapolis. Not bad at all. It's closer to your average high this time of year. 51 in Chicago, we'll do 52 in Indy and a 52 in New York City. How about your forecast tomorrow? Mix of clouds and sunshine for most of us here. Looks fantastic in Boston. How often do you get to say upper 60s to near 70 degrees in early November? We'll do 72 New York and Washington, D.C. Loving Indy's forecast at 74. Not too shabby. Minneapolis to Buffalo with temperatures here mid to upper 60s. Just enjoy it, because you know it could always be a lot worse. And winter is not that far away, right? All right, hey, stick around. We got a lot more to come here on Weather Underground. Hour 2 starts right now. Welcome back in, everyone. It is hour 2 of Weather Underground. Sarah Dillingham with us. We call her the brains behind the bar. The rest of us are kind of like the scarecrow.
You're a smart guy.
If I
Don't sell
only
yourself
had
short.
a brain. You know what I went as this Halloween this year, right?
I did, yeah.
The Scarecrow. Very fitting. Hey, everyone, we got a lot on tap for you this hour, including our video six-pack. We're counting down the top 6 weather videos of the day. Also, second season. We take a look at the second severe season and why it can be so dangerous in the month of November. Also, in rare form, an unprecedented cyclone nearing landfall in Yemen. Why it is so rare and has the potential to be flat out catastrophic. You have to stick around for that still to come. But in the meantime, focusing stateside here, a lot of really active weather in the southeast. We've had record-setting rain today.
Yeah, we have in a lot of areas. You know, it seems like a broken record. We started off October with that historic rainfall in South Carolina, and now we've got it again in other parts of the southeast. South Carolina getting rain again.
Well, and we saw it. We started at the beginning of last weekend when Texas was getting hammered, and that system has just slowly marched its way east now.
Yeah, it really has. What is west will eventually march east. And
Generally
that's
how it works, yeah.
Right, and that's what we've seen today. I mean, take a look at some of these images that we've seen today. Some of those areas have been soaked already again today that saw that horrible rainfall there in early October. Now, this photo was sent in from Lawrence, South Carolina. This is just between Greenville and the Columbia area. These were 2 places, as we know, that were hit very hard last month. I mean, take a look at this. I'm assuming this is a road that's just like completely covered with water. Now, you're going to hope that people don't try to drive through that. You know, oftentimes we'll see people trying to cross that and their cars stall out, they get stuck, and unfortunately have to be rescued. Well, let's take a look at our Weather Underground storm map. You can see this system here still plaguing parts of the southeast. We've still got that chance for severe storms here in South Georgia, but we've got another system coming in off the west coast, and as Mike was just alluding to, we've got one around now, and by midweek we're going to be dealing with another one, and we're going to talk about that here in just a couple minutes.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all that fun. A little out of season for a lot of folks that think, hey, now I'm transitioning to more of a winter type of
right.
event.
You would think so at this point.
Not exactly happening that way. All right, let's go over here to the Wonder Map and show you what's happening. Obviously, we've got some active weather here across the south. Some storms have been firing here. South Carolina back down into Georgia and all the way down into Florida here. No severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings right now, but some of the heaviest rain is falling for us here right on the state line, just outside of Augusta, by the way. But Orangeburg, down towards Statesboro, down towards, say, Vidalia as well. These are areas where heavy rain will hit you this evening. If you're traveling, by the way, Augusta southbound here, a heads up. You can have some very active weather here, I say down toward Millen, down 25 into Statesboro, or even over toward Allendale. Rainfall rates here could be as much, by the way, as well. Let's just check out what the rainfall rates are here so we can figure out how much accumulation we've had. Let's look at the 6-hour rainfall. I mean, let me get the 3-hour rainfall totals in here. In some spots in here, we've had some pretty heavy rain to the tune of about almost 2 inches of rain. Now we're going to get rainfall rates that could be even a little bit more than that. So again, heads up on what's coming your way. We could have some pretty active weather for the next couple of hours here, and for many of you, it could lead to some issues with some flooding. All right, let's take a look, by the way, at the forecast through time and how much rain is still to come our way. This is a model depiction of how we look through the remainder of the evening. For a lot of you, everything will be focused near a front, okay? And so the front is going to end up parking itself basically exactly where the storms are. So it's going to move its way gradually here, very, very slowly, we think. In a lot of places, say like Myrtle Beach or Wilmington, Charleston, Savannah, these are all locations where some heavy rain will be focused for you. So notice this tomorrow, the storm's firing over and over and over again. A place like Charlotte will probably begin to dry out around lunchtime. Atlanta, you should be dry tomorrow. Unfortunately, you'll be stuck in the clouds. And then the forecast says we go through Tuesday evening. Again, maybe a chance for a sprinkle or two around Charlotte, Piedmont, and over toward the upstate, but then some heavier storms down here around Savannah, Georgia, and back down toward Jacksonville, Florida as well. As far as what we're anticipating in Columbia for the remainder of the night tonight, more showers in the forecast. At times, some pockets of heavy rain, where rainfall rates could exceed 1 inch to 1.5 inches an hour. And then through the morning, unfortunately, including your rush hour, more showers coming your way. Temperatures here should top out, at least should bottom out, I should say, in the mid-60s. For Charleston, South Carolina, it seems like it's flooding all the time these days, whether it be from tides or whether it be from atmospheric phenomenon. Notice storms in our forecast all the way through tomorrow morning. Some of these pockets of storms could include torrential downpours here. Wouldn't even be surprised to see maybe a little bit of hail with these as well, but temperatures that should be in the 70s, but an atmosphere that's just loaded with moisture right now, and we're just going to just wring everything we can out of these clouds.
Yeah, and like we've been talking about with Carl, you know, with the higher precipitable water values, like that basically means there's an increase in the amount of total water vapor that we can squeeze out of the atmosphere. And every time we have one of these events come through, we're squeezing more and more moisture out.
It seems like we're maximizing it every single time and someone's flooding.
Yeah, and we've got those really warm sea surface temperatures, which helps get more water vapor in the atmosphere. So
it's a bad cycle right now.
Yeah,
we're in a bad pattern.
It's certainly a domino effect. I mean, take a look at some of the flooding that we've seen today. I mean, where we've had this training of thunderstorms set up, you can still see this big slug of moisture that Mike was just alluding to. Let's look at some of the 12-hour rainfall totals that we've seen. I mean, you can really see that swath that stretches all the way from the Florida Panhandle through central Georgia and even into northern South Carolina and through the Carolinas. So let's take a look at some of those rainfall totals that we've seen here in Georgia. You just got smacked this morning right at the time of your rush hour. So unfortunately, it was a very, very slow go for many of you earlier this morning. Near the Columbus area, we had 2 to 3 inches of rain. Here in Atlanta, we had over 2.5 inches of rain as well. So this is certainly not the best timing at all to get that during the morning rush hour. We all know how bad it is in any case. But let's also take a look at between Charlotte and Raleigh. Look at the rainfall that we've seen today, as much as 1.5 to 2 inches, and even more in some areas. And we'll take a look at some of the storm reports. The good thing is we haven't seen a ton of flood reports over much of these areas. We know we've had some localized flooding, but it seems to be right now that most of the areas that have been seeing some of these flood reports are in the Charlotte area. We'll kind of go and query one of those really quickly and see what we've got here. We know we did have some streets closed there in Charlotte and Lancaster. Lancaster County Emergency Management, they had street flooding earlier in northern parts of South Carolina today. So again, it's very widespread, all the way from Texas now to the southeast, have seen some effect from the system.
I think maybe the good news about today is even though it's rained heavy, it hasn't been like what we saw in Texas, Louisiana over the weekend, thank goodness, because we know we had, unfortunately, fatalities with that. But now we look ahead and we look for severe weather and what it may bring to us, including the possibility of a hail, wind, and even tornadoes. Here's a look at the water vapor, okay? Big trough digging across the west, big ridge, I should say the Pacific, big ridge then building through the rest of the country. We'll stop this, and I'm going to draw on, by the way, where the jet stream is flowing right now, and it's kind of doing one of these deals, okay? And so what you end up getting are this really cool air that filters southbound here, and that'll end up giving you some contrast in the atmosphere. It really will set up the atmosphere for some stronger storms, and that will eventually move its way across from the west to the Midwest. So let's go fast forward now into Thursday to talk about the later week setup here. That storm in the west marching east, okay? Tapping now moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. More setting up like almost a springtime pattern in essence. Jet stream cutting across that. Warm moist flow at the surface. So we've got the in essence wind shear and the low level moisture available. This means a setup for strong storms and the possibility even of some supercells out there. So on Thursday now, San Angelo up towards, say, San Antonio, Austin, near Dallas, all the way up I-35 here. Watch for some strong storms to come our way here for a lot of you. It may include an isolated risk for some tornadoes. Just heads up. This will happen for us, by the way, late in the week, including Thursday. All right, stick around. Hey, no surprise, severe weather is on the way. November known as the second season. Did you know that? For tornadoes. And with scenes like these in the greater Houston area, no wonder. On the way, how much severe weather can we see in November on average and where it's most likely to develop? We break it down with our severe weather expert, Dr. Greg Forbes. You got to stick around for this.
Yeah, we did have a tornado report.
You tuck here, you tuck there. If you're a toe tucker because of toenail fungus, ask your doctor now about prescription Keratin. Use daily. Keratin drops may kill the fungus at the site of infection and get to the root of your toe tucking. Keratin may cause irritation at the treated site. Most common side effects include skin peeling, ingrown toenail, redness, itching, and swelling. Tell your doctor if you have any side effect that bothers you or does not go away. Stop toe tucking and get the drop on toenail fungus. Ask your doctor today about Keratin.
Will it be the front left or the passenger side rear? Which tire will be the free one? Buy 3 tires at Pep Boys and get the 4th free instantly. Which one is totally up to you. You're in the power seat.
Wait.
you can't put it in like that. You have to rinse it first.
What's that, Alfredo? No, that can go in.
No, it can't.
What are you, nuts? That's baked on Alfredo.
It's all in the... No,
it's baked on. It's never going to work.
Dish issues? Trust your dishwasher with Cascade Platinum. It powers through your toughest stuck-on food, better than Finish.
See, told you it would work. You guys heard me say that, right?
Cascade, the tougher tough food cleaner.
How do you do the holidays? Pick a Christmas tree or put one together? Colorful lights or classic whites? However you build cheer, the Home Depot is here. 100-count Christmas lights, just $2.50 each. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing.
Come to Boston Market for a full menu of meals featuring our fresh, never frozen rotisserie chicken starting at $6.99. And this holiday season, spend more time with family and friends. Let the holiday experts do the cooking. Boston Market, all good.
You pay your auto insurance premium every month on the dot. You're like the poster child for paying on time. And then one day, you tap the bumper of a station wagon. No big deal until your insurance company jacks up your rates. You freak out. What good is having insurance if you get punished for using it? Hey, insurance companies, newsflash. Nobody's perfect.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Tonight we come to let loose. Tonight we come to dance. They try to put us in a box. They try to categorize us the same. We gotta dress like this. We gotta talk like that. But we say no more. Tonight we change things.
Freedom. What's the word on Weather Underground?
Drum roll.
The weather geeks have weighed in and boom. They geekin' love it.
Weather Underground, my friend. Hopefully you learned something with that.
I'm a weather geek for life.
Join in on the fun. Weather Underground. Geek Nights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
Thursdays on the Weather Channel. When nature is this dangerous, only one question matters. Oh my God! So you think you'd survive? Thursdays at 10, only on the Weather Channel.
Last Friday's storms in Texas. How about this image? Almost impossible to forget, right? This is a fifth-wheel trailer that landed on the roof of the hotel in Floresville, Texas. A 3-story hotel, by the way. This afternoon, investigators from the National Weather Service confirmed this was indeed an EF2 tornado that did this damage. Our severe weather expert, Dr. Greg Forbes, by the way, looked at that video last week, and you called it, Forbesy. You said, you know, if I had to guess, I'd say around EF2, and you indeed were right here. So welcome back, everyone. We're here with Dr. Forbes for the Forbes Factor, by the way. And in November, not unheard of to get some prolific severe weather events. We call it the second season, Dr. Forbes.
Yeah, and sometimes it starts in October, and I think it started Saturday, or maybe Friday. So Saturday, there's 17 tornadoes. That's the most we had since June 27th.
Really? It's been that long?
Yeah.
We've gone through a long drought here, right?
That's
All right, so take a look. You've put some things on here of a kind of a fall setup that we usually see.
Yeah, it really is. In September, the jet stream up at high altitudes is typically up in the Canadian border, but it really takes a dive to the south as we head into November. There's still a polar branch, but there's often usually a southern branch as well, but that steers storms along. And when we get into an El Nino year like this one, sometimes that southern branch is even displaced a little bit more to the south. And what can happen then is that low pressure systems are steered across that, and of course the Gulf of Mexico stays very warm all year long. So those low pressures can pull warm, moist air into the Gulf Coast states and lead to tornadoes.
So you think that's a pretty ideal setup for an active pattern through the fall and even winter?
Yeah, it really is, and Florida in particular is known to be prone to tornadoes in El Nino years.
All right, so when we look at September 1st, the tornado risk area, it's a relatively large area here, but there are some details within this as we go through the season.
Yeah, so with that jet stream way to the north, there's warm air across the country, so we get tornadoes in many areas. There's a couple of peaks there, but then as we begin to head into October, it begins to begin its march down into the Gulf Coast states, and as we then head into November, we begin to expand. So this begins to be what we would typically think of as, sometimes we call that Dixie Alley, and we're getting now into the second season. And that continues then in December with the Gulf Coast states being very vulnerable with a Gulf of Mexico moisture nearby. January continues across more or less the same area. You can still get something up into the Midwest occasionally when these big warm air masses move north.
So in essence, the later in the season we go, the more confined the area of risk becomes, but it can become a little bit more intense.
Yeah, it really can. We can get some really big outbreaks in some of some of these areas. In fact, I think that's what our next graphic will show, that we've had some huge outbreaks. Look at that, January, 129 tornadoes there in that outbreak on a 2-day period. Then 3 of them have been in November, and then one, the Super Tuesday outbreak in February with 86 tornadoes. So these are values that are several times the annual monthly average for these. So some years are very quiet, but some years we can have some of these deadly tornado outbreaks.
What do you think about the pattern, at least for now, for say the next 10 days or so across the country? Do you see anything active or anything that would indicate to you an outbreak?
Yeah, a big, probably Thursday we'll have a few tornadoes at least. I don't know enough for an outbreak, but big upper air disturbance now in California coming east, tapping Gulf of Mexico moisture. That should give some severe weather.
All right, Dr. Forbes, thank you for that. And now you know about the second season. You have a question about it, use the hashtag WUTV. Dr. Forbes can answer your questions right here on the show. Hey, still to come for you, by the way, tonight we've got your video 6-pack, by the way. A lot of great videos, weather videos that you just don't see every day, including a barn on this property near Brownsville, Texas. Then a tornado does something to it in the overnight hours. You're going to have to stick around to see what happens here. And does it make, by the way, #1 in our 6-pack? We'll be right back right here on Weather Underground.
That was a good video for Halloween there, wasn't it?
It was like, now you see it, now you don't.
You can check on them. You can worry about them. You can even choose a car for them.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Love.
We're okay.
It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
It's more than a network in the cloud. It's reliable uptime and multi-layered security. It's how you stay connected to each other and to your customers. With CenturyLink, you get advanced technology solutions, including an industry-leading broadband network and cloud and hosting services, all with dedicated, responsive support. With CenturyLink as your trusted technology partner, you're free to focus on growing your business. CenturyLink, your link to what's next.
Hi, I'm Heather Cox on location with the famous Big Idaho Potato Truck.
Our truck?
It's touring across America telling people about Idaho potatoes.
Let's go, boys!
Again this year, the Big Idaho Potato Truck is traveling the country, spreading the word about heart-healthy Idaho potatoes and making donations to local charities.
Excuse me, miss. Have you seen our truck?
You just missed it.
Oh, man. Are you kidding me?
I'm Mike Bettis. That's Sarah. Welcome to the set of a brand new show, Weather Underground. There'll be experts, bloggers, the smartest weather minds in the business on every screen you have 24 hours a day. Geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
Suddenlink Business delivers the fastest, most reliable internet in your area. Up to 150 megs per second. Speeds that leave phone company DSL behind. That means no more waiting on slow downloads or uploads. That files get where they're going a lot faster. And that people can access everything and everyone to get more done. Right now, get up to 75 megabits per second downloads and 10 megabits per second uploads starting as low as $124.95 per month. Call 1-844-412-6708 today to start working faster.
I'm Keith Hernandez.
I'm Walt Clyde Frazier.
Hold the show.
That gray beard is a no-go.
In 5 easy minutes, put Just for Men in it.
Here's the kicker, your beard will look thicker.
Guys.
Is it possible for a rich, thick lotion to be non-greasy? Yep.
New Gold Bond Men's Intensive Therapy gives extra dry skin intensive moisturizers and skin strengthening proteins. Skin feels good.
Man up with Gold Bond.
Thursdays on the Weather Channel. When nature is this dangerous, only one question matters. Oh my God! So you think you'd survive? Thursdays at 10, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 56 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Tonight, some clouds, slight chance of a rain shower, low 49. Tuesday, mainly clear, high 70. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday night, mostly clear, low 51. Winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, November not known for a high number of tornadoes, but can be a month of huge and deadly tornado outbreaks. Our hurricane.
What's wrong with you?
Tornado expert Dr. Greg Forbes is with us. It's hurricane season, I guess. It got it on the brain or whatever.
Couple more days.
So November, an interesting month. You just showed us that we can have some big, large outbreaks that can be 100 tornadoes plus, right? But we were talking about the possibility here of nighttime tornadoes as well, which pose an even greater risk.
Yeah, it really does. And in particular, the Dixie Alley, the states, the Gulf Coast states, are more prone to having tornadoes at times of day that we don't consider the norm. In the plains, a big chunk of the tornadoes tend to occur from, say, the 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. or through just a little bit after dark, up until people's bedtimes, but not such a high percentage that are occurring then after dark. But if you look at the distribution of tornadoes for the Gulf Coast states, they can occur at any time of day, and a substantial proportion of them, something like 30-35%, occur when it's at dark, when it's dark outside.
And we do have a graphic that shows that. So if Ryan, if you could put up that little bar graph that we had there to kind of show that trend line, because it's really interesting. You know, you have that bump obviously in the evenings when the instability is maximized typically in all regions. So yeah, so there it is right now. So you can see that's that evening time slot where everything
and that's for the plains, so you're tapping into the warm air that's built up in the afternoon. The Dixie Alley, by contrast, look at that. The afternoon and early evening time frames are lower. The nighttime frames there, the midnight to 10 a.m., the Dixie Alley line is higher. So you see almost nearly equal, not totally equal, but almost an equal chance at any time of day.
And you're saying too, because we were like, okay, well, this is for any given month in any place in the U.S., but what about November specifically? Because we know that can also have an impact.
Yeah, I didn't do November specifically, but I did the whole November, December, January, February. I think November was very similar for the Dixie Alley area, and for that winter time frame, it's about 5% higher in those nighttime hours than it is for the year as a whole. So even more prone at night.
And the nighttime tornadoes pose such a risk to people. Usually there are very few chasers out there, right? We can't spot them. And so was it University of Illinois did a study that you're about 2.5 times, that nighttime tornadoes about 2.5 times deadlier than daytime tornadoes?
Yeah, I've seen that have said 2.5 times. I think it depends on where and you do that. My own statistics that I usually use, I say 50 to 100% more. In other words, 150 to 200%.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So how do we tell people at night, be ready?
Well, I think what we usually do is tell them to leave the Weather Channel on. You'll get that beeping. If you have a NOAA weather radio with the tone alert, then leave that on so that if there's a tornado, hopefully that will wake you up and you'll know to go to your safe place. But the other thing to do is to pay attention to the Weather Channel, whatever your weather source is, on a daily basis, so that you'll see it's not going to be every day of the cold season that's going to have a tornado threat, but if there is one, chances are it could be a pretty dangerous one. And so you're going to want to know what that day is, so that night you can have your NOAA weather radio on, you can leave the Weather Channel on, etc.
All right, Dr. Forrest, we got a viewer question. Hopefully you can address this one. This one coming in from Philip, who writes, why do we even have a second season?
Well, a second season is kind of the counterpart to spring. Spring, you've got still a wintertime type jet stream that is really fast, giving the wind shear and the winds aloft, while at the same time the sun is beginning to heat up, things are warming up. The fall, the second season, November in particular, is the counterpart. The jet stream has come back down into, we still have enough warmth, and the Gulf of Mexico stays warm, but we've returned the jet stream to areas, and it's still beginning to get pretty strong, so that on average we don't get as many tornadoes, but once in a while you get those disturbances running through it that will give a tornado outbreak.
Yeah.
And they can be memorable at that.
Yeah. And even over this past couple of days, you know, we didn't have a ton of instability, but we had a lot of shear in that lowest 1 kilometer of the atmosphere, and certainly that's what we saw.
Yeah,
they weren't widespread, but they were brief, weak, and they happen.
And that's often what happens in the wintertime. We get these very strong shear tornadoes, and they spin up, and sometimes they're strong to violent.
Dr. Forbes, thank you very much. That's good stuff this evening. Hey, I want you to stick around, by the way. It isn't just scenes from tornado damage that we've seen that may have you taking double takes. This one will have you grabbing your seats. A plane suddenly appears and then disappears, where thick fog created this intense sight as we unveil today's Video 6-pack.
Great rates for great rides. Introducing Metris, the mid-size van from Mercedes-Benz. It's got small ability and big ability, towing ability and stowing ability, rack ability and HVAC ability. It's fully customizable and sized just right to give you cupcake ability, entourage ability, garage ability, and even affordability. Starting at $28,950. Available in cargo or passenger from Mercedes-Benz.
Look at you, saving money on your Medicare Part D prescriptions. At Walgreens, we call that Carpe Med Diem. That's almost Latin for seize the day to get more out of life and Medicare Part D. From $1 copays on select plans to now reward points on all prescriptions. Walgreens has you covered. So drop by and seize the savings. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, buddy. You hungry? You hungry? Ooh, you make me live. Whatever this world can give to me. Ooh, you make me live now, honey. Ooh, you want your turkey too, huh?
Make your best friend's holiday season extra special. Spend $35 and get a $5 holiday bonus bucks coupon.
If you suffer from a dry mouth, then you'll know how uncomfortable it can be. But did you know that the lack of saliva can also lead to tooth decay and bad breath? Well, there is Biotene, specially formulated with moisturizers and lubricants. Biotene can provide soothing relief, and it helps keep your mouth healthy, too. Biotene, for people who suffer from a dry mouth.
While we may never know exactly what the weather has in store, one thing we do know is how to be ready for it. Rain-X wiper blades clear the windshield of rain, sleet, and snow without streaking, giving you the confidence to weather any kind of weather. Rain-X Premium Wiper Blades. Available at these fine retailers.
Making Christmas wishes come true from wherever you are, and having dreams delivered to your door. For some of us, that's all in a day's work. Shop the way you live, love the way you shop, and experience more wonder every day.
What's the word on Weather Underground?
Drum roll.
The weather geeks have weighed in, and boom. They geekin' love it.
Weather Underground, my friend. Hopefully you learned something with that.
I'm a weather geek for life.
Join in on the fun. Weather Underground, Geek Nights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
Closed captioning brought to you by Eggland's Best Eggs.
There's only one egg that just tastes better, with more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Only Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
And welcome back to Weather Underground. We're taking a live look at San Francisco. I think you know what we're looking at here. That's the Golden Gate Bridge, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful evening right now. It's not too bad. Maybe some clouds in there. But those winds are whipping, though. You see that flag off to the right side of your screen there. It is flying pretty strong there. But you still got people out there taking some photos, getting a good, taking in the beautiful scenery there. So let's take a look at what we've got going on the radar out there. And you can see we've actually got some green in California. Yeah, that's right. We're getting some rain with this next strong system that's coming in that's going to be making those severe chances increase there for the plains. So let's take a look at San Francisco right now on your radar. Most of that rain is just off to your east, but heads up, looks like it's coming in from the north, and some moderate showers there. But moving down, looks like that's Interstate 660 there east of San Francisco. Pretty much of a messy commute. So if you're headed out and about there, do be careful. So let's take a look at your forecast as we go into the next 24 hours and see how this stuff is going to end up for you into the overnight hours. We're going to see that rain continue to push a little bit more inland there. And look at that, some snow there in the Sierras. Northern Nevada also getting some snow in the higher elevations. 25 degrees for that low and tonight in Reno. So you can definitely tell that cold air coming in there elevation with that next upper level system coming through. 38 degrees in Salt Lake City. LA, you'll keep a few scattered showers maybe off to your southeast for tonight and into tomorrow. 68 degrees, so a good bit cooler underneath that upper low. 75 degrees in Phoenix with some showers in the area.
This day in weather history, November 2nd, 2002. Morning fog is blamed for two huge pileups on Long Beach Freeway near Los Angeles. Nearly 200 cars and tractor trailers collide after visibility is reduced to less than 50 feet. More than 40 people are injured. Wow, what a scene, right? Visibility so bad, drivers could barely see the car right in front of them. They could actually hear the cars crashing all around them or even look in the rearview mirror and see vehicles barreling toward them. I mean, what a scary sight. By the way, 710 was shut down for 9 hours. Both directions while they cleared all those vehicles, 198 vehicles in total.
It's incredible. I read several accounts of this, and people were saying that, you know, they were in their car watching as cars were coming in, and all they could do is just tense up and wait for the hit. And there was a guy who was trying to decide whether or not to get out of his car or just to stay in there. What would be a better thing to do? And he finally decided to hop out.
Did he really?
Yeah, he hopped out. And his car was hit moments later. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'd be too panicked to even get out of my car.
It's one of those. It's one of those catch-22s. I mean, if you know, maybe there's that small window where you know I'm just going to go and get out, but you got to make sure you get way, way, way off the road because once these cars, even if you get out of your car and get off to the side of the road, then you have to worry about people swerving off the road, other cars coming off the road as they're being hit. So if you're going to get out, get way out of Dodge. You know, if you've got to do that.
And this is generally not a Southern California phenomena. I mean, it usually happens more in the Central Valley. I mean, you think of this more of like a Kern County or someplace like that, where you can get some of that fog in the valley up there.
Right, and you know, the biggest, I think, pileup that we've ever seen in this country, and I think one of the top 5 in the world. So it was way, way up there in terms of the total amount of damage. They actually had debris on the road for a long, long time after this, and they were trying to keep people away because people were going up and just to take a look at how incredible it was.
Talk about rubberneckers. But now you had seen a study where people actually do the opposite of what intuition is in fog.
They speed up a little bit, and it's because they're not getting as many visual cues, so they don't realize that they're going as fast as they are. That's the problem.
Imagine that. Like, inadvertently, not knowing, just subliminally you start speeding up.
I think most people do, though. I think most people do. And
it's just best to slow, just slow down. When visibility is low, there's no near reason to keep, I mean, like in very heavy rain, I mean, I'll turn my flashers on and I'll slow down and I'll get into the right-hand lanes. I mean, whether or not I can see well, I don't really trust it. You also have to trust other people around you, and I don't.
Not being able to see when you're driving, it's just a scary, scary thing.
You always lean forward when it's foggy outside. That doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really change the level of fog.
Why do we do that?
squinting.
We all do
now.
it.
You
No,
can't magically see
we
through
all do
fog
it.
now.
It's the silliest thing. All right, well, that's Today in Weather History. We've got another potentially history-making event that's happening right now, by the way. We're tracking Tropical Cyclone Chapala here. Extremely dangerous hurricane, in essence, headed toward Yemen. Carl, this is now, I guess, about making landfall right now. A rare event here.
Very rare event. And, you know, the thing is, we don't have really good records of what's going on in this ocean, this basin going back for many, many years. So there are different, you know, records showing different things. We think that maybe there were some storms that made landfall in Yemen back around 1959 and 1960, but it doesn't happen very often. That's the main thing. And so, first of all, here's where we are. There's the storm right there. This is the Arabian Peninsula right there. It's Saudi Arabia, Africa, of course. Then you've got India right here and the Arabian Sea. So here's the latest on Chapala. Now winds of 105 miles per hour. I mean, this is an area that is a desert. I mean, they don't get thunderstorms here. They don't get any kind of tropical cyclone in general. And so to have a full-fledged hurricane move in is an exceptionally rare thing. And it looks like this Al Mukalla right here, this is a home to about 300,000 people. Looks like they were hit pretty directly by this storm. By the way, this town was taken over by Al-Qaeda earlier this year.
Really?
And in general, Yemen is going through a lot of different things, a lot of problems there. Civil war, there's a humanitarian crisis going on. And then to add to this level of rainfall and wind is really quite something. We're talking about probably double-digit rainfall in these very dry areas along the coast there. And they typically get about 2 inches of rain per year.
And we do not have really fortified buildings here.
No.
So even though rain is going to be a factor, wind could be a factor, a significant factor here as well.
It certainly could. And then you've got a lot of terrain around. And, you know, the terrain is exactly what it looks like right here. It's these denuded mountains. You've got really no foliage of any kind. And we know what happens in the desert Southwest when you get rainfall on landscapes
just
like that.
mudslides.
It's
all
exactly.
Over, all
the
over.
water runs off immediately. So imagine getting a hurricane's worth of rain coming into a landscape like that.
And a lot of these towns sit at the bottom of those hills, basically between the water's edge and the foothills.
Right. So this has potential to be a really, really big crisis. And again, the Indian Meteorological Department showing that there might have been a couple of storms that came in 1959 and 1960, but outside of that, then you've got these 2 that have made landfall there. It's just not something that happens very much. We do get tropical cyclones forming in the Arabian Sea, but not very many of them make landfall in the Arabian Peninsula.
This is something that could be a very, very big disaster in Yemen. In fact, they get less rainfall there than we get in Death Valley.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So it's this is just imagine a hurricane hitting Death Valley.
It's going to be huge.
It would make headlines across the country. Well, it's time now for our video 6-pack, and our 6-pack tonight gets us started off in Northern California. Carl, thank you very much, by the way. Check out this snow over Donner Summit. Isn't this amazing here? Wow. How fantastic is this? Fresh snow in California, exactly what the doctor ordered.
Oh, it's so pretty. I don't know if I'm ready for the white stuff here in the South, but, you know, hey, some people are out west and they need it. All right, number 5 video tonight. This comes from New Braunfels, Texas. Obviously, look at the flooding that occurred this weekend. It's just incredible. Watch as this shed in the distance gets swept away by the strong water current. I mean, just, again, these scenes are certainly reminiscent of what we saw a couple months back, even a week ago.
We've seen it, unfortunately, repeat itself time and time again here across the South. Our number 4 video tonight, more flooding. This time, though, in Portugal. Watch the water carry debris down the streets here. And just notice the destruction of the roadway caused by the raging waters here.
Wow.
My goodness.
Look at that. What is that, a sewer that's
I'm not sure what happened there.
Something.
I think the road maybe just got completely washed out there, huh?
Just incredible. All right, well, number 3 video tonight comes from Yemen. And again, look at this amazing amount of rainfall and flooding. I mean, I saw this earlier today.
Oh, my.
The speed of this water and mud, it's mind-boggling. I've never seen water flow that rapidly anywhere.
And this is what happens when you have a desert region where the water doesn't sink in, it just runs off. And you've got to basically, in essence, we've got a Cat 2 hurricane making
and this was
landfall,
before landfall. This was just from the rain. Yeah.
All right, our number 2 video tonight, Brownsville, Texas. Watch the barn in the center of your screen right there. See that shed right there? We're going to highlight it for you. Then you see storms that come through, okay? You're going to see some lightning flashes. It's dark. It's at night.
Whoa.
There's a moment there where you see parts of it getting lifted, and then all of a sudden, When light comes up, it's daybreak, the shed is gone. And all the interior contents, including a truck, remain.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts? Just literally got lifted right off the ground and thrown away. That's what it was before.
And 3, 2, 1.
And then it goes right away, all due to a tornado. Amazing.
Just incredible.
All right, our #1 video, by the way, still to come. You won't believe what emerges from thick fog. And up next, we go old school. Our Dave Schwartz is here on a Monday to talk about his wonders of weather. Play the 70 yes or no game.
Dave's over.
This program brought to you by AARP. Real possibilities. The manpower. The will. Mobilizing to take on the world? You don't know ARP. AARP and AARP Foundation are taking on hunger with 31 million meals donated. Drive to End Hunger teams with local agencies to reach the hungriest among us. If you don't think ending hunger when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Find more surprising possibilities and get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
When your cold makes you wish you could stay in bed all day, you need the power of new Theraflu Express Max. New Theraflu Express Max, the power to feel better.
Wait. You can't put it in like that. You have to rinse it first.
What's that, Alfredo? No, that can go in.
No, it can't.
What are you, nuts? That's baked on Alfredo.
It's all in the... No,
It's baked on. It's never going to work.
Dish issues? Trust your dishwasher with Cascade Platinum. It powers through your toughest stuck-on food better than Finish.
See, told you it would work. You guys heard me say that, right?
Cascade, the tougher tough food cleaner.
Come to Boston Market for a full menu of meals featuring our fresh, never frozen rotisserie chicken starting at $6.99. And this holiday season, spend more time with family and friends. Let the holiday experts do the cooking. Boston Market, all good.
When you're living with diabetes, steady is exciting. Only Glucerna has Carb Steady, clinically proven to help minimize blood sugar spikes, so you stay steady ahead.
This holiday, I can count on someone's kid mistaking me for Santa.
I'm so sorry. Come on, sweetie. Oh, no.
And knowing right when my packages arrive.
Introducing real-time delivery notifications. One more reason this is our season.
Every young cook dreams of winning MasterChef Junior.
That's on my bucket list.
And this season, they'll have to work twice as hard.
I'm making scallops 2 ways.
Why not 1 way perfect?
I can do 2 ways perfect.
MasterChef Junior's season premiere, Friday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
As introductions go, this is a name you don't want to forget. The Ram ProMaster City. It speaks volumes. It speaks in deep, multi-purpose ways that will leave you in control of the conversation wherever you go.
Will it be the front left or the passenger side rear? Which tire will be the free one? Buy 3 tires at Pep Boys and get the 4th free instantly. Which one is totally up to you. You're in the power seat.
How do you do the holidays? Do you pick a Christmas tree or put one together? Do you fill the yard with colorful lights or classic whites? Inflate it or hand make it? Do you go for high-tech bling or something evergreen? However you build cheer, the Home Depot is here. Let's do this. Light up your holiday with 100-count Christmas lights, just $2.50 each. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Welcome back, everyone. Time for Dave's. Wow, he's erasing all his stuff. I'm not sure what's going on here, Dave.
That was the tease for this.
Oh, okay.
This is the, this is like your version of up or down, over and under, right?
All right.
This is the game we're going to play. We got 5 cities: Salt Lake City, Las Vegas, Denver, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Lansing, Michigan, and Brooklyn, New York.
All right.
Now the question is, which of these places hit 70 on November the 7th? Right, on November the 2nd, 70 degrees.
I don't like how you've turned the tables here.
I want you to,
I want you to fill these holes completely. You have a number 2 pencil with you?
I'm sure you can provide one.
The purple X's, by the way, are your partner Sarah's answers.
All right, I'm thinking about
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake
yeah,
City.
think of the pattern. Think of the pattern. The pattern is that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, but I'm.
Trough in the west. Okay. Las Vegas. No to 7. Okay. Denver.
Yeah, I'm with Sarah on this.
You're gonna go with Sarah. Minneapolis. Did we hit 70? Wow, that's
It gets tough after that.
That's tight. I'll tell you, it was close.
I don't think we hit 70.
It was close.
I think we were close.
Okay.
Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Man.
That was an open guess. I have no idea.
I'm gonna say no, but
to that.
close. No, but close. And yes.
Brooklyn, yes. Okay.
Those are tough, Dave.
Okay.
Those are tough.
You want to know what the answer? Can I have a drum roll? Perfect. All of these hit 70 today.
Wow.
Really?
All of them.
Wow. All but Brooklyn?
All but Brooklyn, New York, and tomorrow in Brooklyn we may get 70 also.
How close was it, by the way? Were these Were some of these
Minneapolis
close?
was 70. In fairness to you, right? But Vegas was up there. They were in the low 80s, I think.
Really?
Salt Lake City
that
was in the
trough is
70s.
actually still a little bit west of them.
Well, I'll show you. Spin it around. Yeah. Well, I'd take my Dramamine before that. You know, we have a cold front here, and low pressure here, and a warm front in there. So Salt Lake City was just south of the warm front, as was Las Vegas. And then this goes up into here, and then it's up into Canada someplace. 70 degree, our average high temperature, south of this line, right? New Mexico, Dallas is an average 70 degrees.
Climatologically?
Climatologically.
Okay.
November 7th, 70 or warmer.
Okay.
Today, all the states with the check marks hit 70 degrees.
That's amazing.
All of them. Because
That's
we've got
awesome.
I've got a nice warm front right in here. There's low pressure. And the warm air is headed that way. So in the states where we have winter weather awareness weeks, the Northeast.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. Warm air is headed their way. Now, I've got a question for you. We had a question from a viewer who asked, is there training when it comes to snow? What about lake effect snow?
Yeah.
What about streamers of lake effect snow? That's kind of training, isn't it? Yeah.
We never really refer to it that way, but
we
in
don't.
essence, that's what it is.
It kind of is, isn't it? Okay. And check this out. This is the time of year when you can get really cold, really warm. In
Seriously,
one state.
Dave?
In one
The Mamas and the Papas.
Mamas and the Papas, California Extreme. And we all remember that song, right? And El Centro today, 90 degrees. That's our current temperature. Truckee in the same state up in the Sierra, 32, and it's snowing. So 60 degree spread just across one state.
I love it.
Really cool, isn't it?
Dave, amazing stuff today.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thanks, man.
All right, exit stage
All right, I'm
left.
getting out of here.
We're going to go. Thank you, Dave. We'll see you tomorrow.
You bet.
All right, let's get you to your video 6-pack. We're going to review 6 through 2 and then reveal number 1. All right, let's get right to it. Number 6, by the way, was the snow. As Dave was alluding to, we had some snow in California. It was a cool sight to see up in the mountains.
Yeah, and we had Texas flooding. This was in New Braunfels, Texas, from over the weekend. There's also more flooding. Where was this
Portugal
one? Yeah, that's
here,
right, Portugal.
and then we had this
was
Yemen.
near Yemen, yeah.
And then we had this near Brownsville, this tornado that at night took this shed right off of the right off of the truck, and all the stuff inside it just went whoosh and lifted right off. All right, our number 1 video tonight, though. Hold on, folks. London, England. Watches this plane emerges from dense fog, gonna land at Heathrow and goes right back into it. What?
He made it, I guess. We didn't hear about anything.
Here comes. Okay, no problem.
I could stand here all day in that place.
But it's amazing how they just disappear right back into it as they're coming down and landing.
I think visibility was down to like 1/8 of a mile or something like that.
Oh, so
instrumental flight rules.
So at this point, we said it earlier. It's almost like they're playing, Xbox.
Yeah.
And they're just landing the plane because they're not looking out the window.
What if they're taking bets on it's like, you think I'm going to hit it? You think I'm going to hit it?
I don't think if they are. I'm not flying that airline. Holy cow.
Oh, she looks upset. Should I say something? Or should I just keep looking at my phone?
Gracias.
Kleenex. Someone needs one.
How to make an awesome weather science show. Take 3 scientists. That's us. A scientist. Yeah, they know that. Add the forces of nature.
As
That's hot stuff.
Mix in some crazy experiments.
Lit my hand on fire.
Why?
Because it's science. Oh, that is so cool.
And then...
Go! Who said science isn't fun?
3 scientists walk into a bar. Bottoms Up Sunday nights at 10 on the Weather Channel. And join the community now on Facebook.com/3scientists.
Currently in our area, 55 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Tonight, some clouds, slight chance of a rain shower, low 49. Tuesday, mainly clear, high 70. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday night, mostly clear, low 51. Winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
I've suffered for 18 years with dry, cracked hands.
In the winter in Chicago, it's dry, it's cold, makes my hands even worse.
O'Keefe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for dry, cracked hands.
My hands feel better.
I finally found relief.
Learn more at o'keefescompany.com.
Have you tried O'Keefe's?
They gather in the muddy field of contact. They battle to be crowned champions. And the biggest prize of all, family bragging rights. For championship floor protection, there's WeatherTech floor liners. They protect against dirt and spills, front, back, even up the sides. Laser measured for a perfect fit. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com. WeatherTech, the ultimate protection for your vehicle. Proudly made in America.
Take ZzzQuil and sleep like you haven't seen your bed in days. No, like you haven't seen a bed in weeks. ZzzQuil, the non-habit-forming sleep aid that helps you sleep easily and wake refreshed. Because sleep is a beautiful thing.
Tonight we come to let loose. Tonight we come to dance. Tonight we change things.
Freedom. Working on my feet all day gave me pain here.
In my knees.
But now I step on this machine and get my number, which matches my Dr. Scholl's custom-fit orthotic inserts. Now I get immediate relief from my foot pain.
My knee pain.
Find a machine at drscholl's.com.
It's your thing.
See results in just 1 week with Slim Fast. Shake it off. Blend it off. Just take it off and keep it off. Rich, protein-packed Slim Fast controls hunger up to 4 hours. Slim Fast.
One day, it appears.
Is that a dark spot?
New Gold Bond Dark Spot Minimizing Cream for Body, targeted to help fade the look of dark spots beginning in 4 weeks. New Gold Bond for dark spots in the body lotion aisle. Skin's ability to retain moisture and elasticity weakens over time, so skin looks older. Gold Bond Strength and Resilience. Plumping moisturizers and proteins leave skin more resilient, youthful. 84% saw improvement in 5 days. Gold Bond Strength and Resilience.
Make this holiday season magical with the More Power Switch event from Suddenlink. Phone Grandma with unlimited local and U.S. long distance on your same number. Suddenlink Phone lets you connect like never before with advanced features like E911, empowering emergency operators to pinpoint your address in an emergency. So why not make the holidays magical with the More Power Switch event from Suddenlink?
Home phone for as low as $10 per month. Call Suddenlink today for details.
1. Thursdays on the Weather Channel. When nature is this dangerous, only one question matters. Oh my God! So you think you'd survive? Thursdays at 10, only on the Weather Channel.
Welcome back to Weather Underground. You're taking a live look at a soggy. I tried to get this. I was too busy to say Charlotte. soggy Charlotte, North Carolina. That's because it's got a little bit of rain in the area. And actually, this is where the minor league baseball team would play, typically. Remind me, Rich, what's the name of their team again? Yeah, the Knights. That's right. I knew I'd forget that. This is where the Knights would play baseball. And actually, in the very distance, you can't see because of low visibility, we've got Bank of America Stadium, where the Panthers are going to be kicking off here shortly. And you're going to have to deal with some rain. Let's take a live look at the radar. Got a few showers in there. It's going to be a little bit sketchy for the rest of the game. You know, little showers in and out. So kind of a messy game there. So we're going to see how these players can really handle that rain. Hopefully, we'll see if the Panthers can remain undefeated there, remain victorious. All right, still got a couple severe thunderstorm warnings here. Got this pair here in southeast Georgia for Bullock, Effingham, and Screven counties until 8:15 local time. Probably some damaging winds with these for like Shawnee and Sylvania. Also, we're going to take a quick look over to the west. Look at all that rainfall that we've got here in California and for the Sierras. Let's take a look at that 24-hour rainfall total that we've seen today. I mean, anytime you can get this kind of rain, it's a good thing. Obviously, it's not going to make too much of a dent in the drought, but 2 inches of rain is better than nothing, and you need more.
The Nino.
Doing the golf clap.
Right?
They deserve the golf clap for that. Thank you. All right, time for sounding off. You're sending in your questions each and every day here using the hashtag WUTV. The gang's here to answer your questions, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get right to it. This one from Alicia, who writes, do severe storms at this time of year usually travel in a particular direction? Solid question. Appreciate that.
I mean, they mostly move northeast, right? I mean, that's generally how they move.
East
I don't know that it
northeast.
changes that much at this time of the year.
There are always exceptions.
Well,
we
yeah.
know that,
Yes.
but in general, most southwest to northeast.
Yes.
You know, June and July, you have the northwest flow that can get active.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
this time of year, I think it's almost all southwest to northeast, as you say.
Yeah.
Depends on the frontal setup, but yeah.
It does. Good question. All right, our next question this evening, and this one comes to us from Gaming Yoshi 125 1YT.
Wow.
Or David Lilly 2000. All right, Wonderground Woo TV, is there a chance for the southeast areas like North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia to get tornadoes too? Are you referring to this week?
Yeah, what time period?
Or are we referring to this season? This week? I would say it's very probably not. It'd be very marginal. It seems like it's more of an Ohio Valley, maybe mid-south kind of thing.
The path of this upper level system is going to be a little bit more northward than what the last one was. The severe threat later this week is going to be largely in the plains like Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, at least for Thursday and Friday. But that wind is going to go through the Ohio Valley. So
LLJ is going to lift up across the Ohio.
And second season, by the way, the Carolinas and Virginia aren't generally considered targets for the second season of severe weather in November either. So
it can, but you know.
Yeah, thank you very much for your question. All right, a little what we learned today for me, thank you, courtesy of Dave Schwartz. 30 different states in the lower 40 hit at least 70 degrees today.
That's
the heat
crazy.
is on this November.
Heat is on, yeah.
All right, well, I learned in Dr. Forbes' nighttime tornado segment, we were looking at the traditional tornado alley, which is like the plains alleys. We kind of referred to it earlier in the show. And compared to Dixie Alley has a higher percentage of their tornadoes in the overnight hours between like midnight to 8 a.m. So that's kind of like their secondary peak, which is further the more reason why nighttime tornadoes are so dangerous. Can't see anything. People don't know they're asleep. They don't know. So good stuff to know.
Yeah. You know, I was reading all about the great sequoias today, and they're incredible trees. You know, they're 300 feet tall, some are 3,000 years old. They've been through a lot, they've seen a lot, and so generally they can fend things off. But the drought is finally starting to get to them now, and a lot of them are losing their foliage, and they're going to get probably 18 inches of snow coming up here with this particular event there, and that's much needed snowfall.
That's fantastic.
That's good news for them. Yeah,
that's great. They need it.
It sure is. And it's Winter Weather Awareness Week in the Northeast and also the Northwest, but it might be hard to feel that winter is coming along, but it is coming, and we need to prepare for it. For example, if you're trying to drive through the passes in California, Oregon, and Washington today, you're going to have chains or something to deal with the snow.
You need chains already. And by the way, purple ribbon on your vest?
Purple ribbon. I am a survivor of pancreatic cancer. I got the diagnosis 9 years ago. I'm still alive. If you have cancer or you know somebody who has cancer, we're all in this together. It's one day at a time, no matter what your situation, and you might as well be one of the survivors, just as I am.
Very true.
Sweet, Dave.
Glad
yeah,
to have
baby.
you.
The man.
I gotta get out of the stool.
Good stuff. We'll high five for that one. In tonight's open mic, okay, dealing with disaster. Thank your lucky stars. You live in the good old US of A, where we have outstanding weather forecasting, we have outstanding weather detection, emergency management, and we have the resources to cope with even the biggest disasters, like hurricanes. In a tiny, war-ridden, impoverished country like Yemen, some have never even heard of a tropical cyclone, let alone been in one. Tonight, they brace for Chapala, the 23rd Category 4 or higher tropical cyclone in the Northern Hemisphere this year. A record by a mile, okay? Now, several small coastal towns will likely be wiped out by Chapala. The city of Al-Mukalla, it's home to 300,000 people. It's likely going to experience some significant impacts, and flooding, without doubt, is going to be a killer there. It's very sad. And what's even sadder is that many of them have no idea that it's even coming, and they have no place to go. They have no place to evacuate to. And where are they going to go if they do? Are they going to go inland to mountains or desert where there's literally nothing? Are they going to up the coast, maybe to an emergency shelter or a hotel in the next village? They don't exist, okay? This is the world we live in, and it's only going to get worse as the seas rise, storms increase, and as populations skyrocket. So before you head to bed tonight, give a little thanks for what you have. Say a prayer or two for Yemen as well. It's a country that needs them tonight in more ways than one. Well, be sure to check out the latest blog on Cyclone Chapala by Bob Henson. You can find it tonight at wonderground.com/blog. And by the way, didn't get your question answered tonight in the show? You can join our live Q&A on Facebook right after the show. You'll find it on my Facebook fan page. For all of us here at Weather Underground, thanks for watching tonight. Have a terrific night, and remember, together we know more. See you tomorrow.
I wonder if they have a weather service there. I mean, I guess they get dust storms on a regular basis, but that's about it.
I wonder, too, about troops. Like, would troops be going around?
Chaos in the skies. Brutal weather conditions